If we're going to be champions, we can't be fair weather people. We've got to be there when the chips are down. We've got to be there when the smiles are on our faces. True champions fight every day. True champions fight all the time. True champions fight when they're tired. Anybody can go when you're on the mountaintop. But we got to go when we're down in the valley. And we're going to the top. But the march to the top starts right here tonight. This is the year of the Rattler. Go, Rattlers, go! And we're going to strike. And we're going to strike. And we're going to strike again.
This could get ugly.
Number 49, that was Oleg Parent. Oleg Parent wearing number 49 today, and the Rattlers are going to begin 1st and 10 at our own 25-yard line. So let's take a look at the starting Rattler offensive lineup. It's going to be Travis Harvey at the flanker, 6'2", 185, the redshirt senior out of Inglewood, California. Robert Hartley is the left tackle, 6'7", 320, the redshirt senior out of Lake City. Drew Savory, the left guard, 6'6", 315, the freshman out of Tallahassee, North Florida Christian. Doug Almendarez is the center, 6'3", 310, a junior out of Miami, Nassau Community College. Kevin House starts at the right guard, 6'3", 300-pound junior out of Jacksonville's Ed White. Bryce Hall gets the start today at the right tackle. And here we go on first down is Damian Fleming. Going to set up, going to throw deep down the field for Harvey, and that's going to fall incomplete. It'll bring up second down and 10 for the Rattlers from our own 25. Bryce Hall, 6'4", 280, the freshman out of Fort Pierce Central. Michael Etheridge is the tight end, 6'2", 230, the junior out of Tallahassee Godby. Eddie Rocker, the starting running back, 5'8", 175, a senior out of Ocala North Marion. Damian Fleming at quarterback, 6'3", 205-pound sophomore out of Jacksonville Reball. Lonnie Lockett, 6', 215, the redshirt junior out of Baton Rouge Catholic. And Linworth Lennon, 5'9", 168, the redshirt sophomore out of Fort Lauderdale, Boyd Anderson. 2nd and 10 for the Rattlers, moving left to right, decked out in orange today. Orange helmets are down, and Damian Fleming from the gun with one setback. Throws the slant out here. It's caught, but immediately dropped is Dwayne Harvey, short of the 30-yard line, and so it's going to be a gain of about 4. And make it second down now and about 6 to go, a third down and 6, that is, for the Rattlers of FAMU.
We'll give you that defensive lineup shortly. Rattlers with a third down and 6 here early in the ball game.
All right, here we go. Rattlers with a 3rd and 6. Isolate a receiver to the far boundary and go with triplets to the near side. Now Adamson Felix goes in motion, so it's a spread formation for Damian Fleming. And Fleming sets up. And he's going to pull it down. Eludes one tackler and another, but goes down at the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down, and the Rattlers will punt as Brandon Holdren will check on for FAMU. And deep to receive for the Eagles of North Carolina Central will be Arthur Goforth. And Mike Arthur Goforth, a workhorse for North Carolina Central, had a 92-yard punt return for a touchdown, the longest in school history, a week ago against Delaware State.
Yeah, leads the conference, Keith, in all-purpose yards.
Holdren all set to punt. Good snap. And a nice high kick. Short kick, though. Goforth calls for the fair catch. It takes an eagle bounce and rolls back the other way before it's down by number 39 for the Rattlers of Florida A&M, Tyler Riley. 5'11", 215, a freshman out of Ocala. So the Eagles now will begin 1st and 10 from their own 37. And let's look at the North Carolina Central offensive lineup. Jonathan Nicely at one wide receiver. The left tackle is Charles Goodwin. The left guard is Zachary Giles. The center is Michael Wells. Cleavon Davis is the right guard. Joe Hutchinson, the right tackle. Tatwan Robinson is the tight end. They hand it off to number 22, Arthur Goforth, and Goforth goes forth and picks up about 8 yards on 1st down to make it 2nd down and 2 for North Carolina Central. Goforth, 5'8", 171, a senior out of Columbia, South Carolina. It's Jordan Reed who starts at quarterback, 6'1", 190, the redshirt junior out of High Point, North Carolina. Gabe Smith, 5'11", 250, the junior out of Washington, North Carolina, is the fullback, and Giovanni Irvin, 6'5", 161, the redshirt senior out of Durham, North Carolina, is the other wide receiver. Jordan Reed looking to pass, has pressure, pulls it down, wants to run, and boy, he decided to just go down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Eagles of North Carolina Central, and Mike, is Ellie Hippolyte who applied big pressure coming off that play initially.
Jordan Reed lucky to get it back as far as he did. May have lost a yard, though. 3rd down and still short yardage.
All right, Jordan Reed and the Eagles with a 3rd down and 2 with a spread formation. Twin receivers to either side. Rattlers threatening blitz, back off. Reed looking to pass, fires downfield. This pass is way overthrown his intended receiver, Jonathan Nicely, 6'4", 197, the redshirt senior out of Augusta. And that's a good-looking defensive stand, Mike, for the Rattlers. The Eagles got 8 yards on 1st down but could not pick up the 1st down, and so they'll punt. And coming in to punt for North Carolina Central is Matthew Cornelius, and the Rattlers are going to send, looks like Marvin Ross, deep to receive for FAMU. Good defensive stand by the Rattler defensive unit. Here we go. Kick is on the way. A wobbly kind of kick. Marvin Ross gets away from it, and it's going to take a North Carolina Central roll and rolls dead down at about the Rattler 8-yard line. So the Rattlers will begin our 2nd possession of the afternoon, Mike, from our own 8, deep in our own territory.
Yeah, and a couple of Rattlers right there need to get away from the football and not let it take an awkward bounce and bounce into them. The Rattlers' 2nd possession on offense, the Central defense has Xavier Proctor, 6'6", 270, a redshirt senior at one end. Alante Tupin, 6 feet, 261, is a redshirt junior from Charlotte. The tackles, John Drew, 6'2", 330 from Columbus, Georgia, and Stephen Young, 6'2", 268 from Woodbridge, Virginia. The linebackers and the best player on their team, Tasman Foster, 5'9", 200 from Henderson, North Carolina. Matt Wilson and Ty Brown are the outside linebackers.
All right, here we go. Damian Fleming on 1st down is going to give the ball to James Owens. And Owens going to be smacked down to the turf after maybe a yard or 2. We'll see where they spot the football. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 to go for a Rattler 1st down.
A little inside trap play. 2nd down and 8. The cornerbacks are Malik Cromartie, 5'9", 170 from Elizabethtown, North Carolina, and Mark Lewis, 6'1", 190 from New Bern, North Carolina. The safeties, Ryan Smith and Ricky Hubbard.
All right, Damian Fleming under center. Orange helmets are down. They give it to Jordan Stanley. And Jordan Stanley steams his way across the 15 out to the 17-yard line, Mike. And that's a little bit of that Stanley steamer there. Jordan Stanley picks up about 5 yards on that carry. He's going to make it 3rd down and about 3 now for a Rattler 1st down.
Well, Keith, even at the press conference on Tuesday, Earl said he wasn't going to try to reinvent the wheel, but one thing I do know he wanted to do was get in the I formation a little bit more and run downhill as George Stanley did right there.
All right, 3rd down and 3 for the Rattlers. Triplets to the far boundary. Isolation over here to the near side for Damian Fleming. He throws the quick slant. It's caught by Travis Harvey. And Travis lunges forward to the 25-yard line. That'll move the chains and give the Rattlers a 1st and 10. And to some applause, Mike, up here from some of the Rattler fans. 1st and 10 Rattlers at our own 25. Moving left to right, decked out in orange today with the orange helmets, orange jerseys on homecoming 2012. Rattlers celebrating 125 years of existence during this homecoming weekend. All right, here we go. Damian Fleming looking to pass, swings it out of the backfield for James Owens. Owens going to be hit and dropped, ran into his interference out there blocking for him, Dwayne Harvey. So he's going to pick up a yard or so, make it second down and about 9 to go for a Rattler first down.
Yeah, next time you may want to just stretch that out as far as he can, as he did, Keith. Actually had good blocks by the wide receivers in front of him. He tripped over one.
All right, second down and 9 for the Rattlers. Travis Harvey is going to be wide to the far boundary, isolated over there. Twin receivers to the near side for Damian Fleming. And Fleming this time going to give to James Owens. And Owens this time turns upfield on the stretch play, crosses the 30, out to about the 32-yard line. We'll see where they spot the football.
Yeah, I think that was actually Eddie Rocker who did a good job of turning up inside, making a manageable third down here again.
Gain of 5. Eddie Rocker was the ball carrier, and it's going to make it third down. And looks like about 3 to go for Rattler first down. All right, here we go. Rattlers break the huddle. Dwayne Harvey and Linworth Lennon to the far boundary. Now, it's Edwards coming to the near side with Travis Harvey in spread formation. And Damian fires. He has Travis Harvey again at the 42-yard line, and that's a first down for the Rattlers. They'll move the chain.
Yeah, and a smart play call, Keith. You go to your best player. Travis Harvey has not been covered by one man all year. You see him with a one-on-one, and you need 4 yards. That's where you go, and again, the Rattlers move the chains.
First and 10 Rattlers. Ball at our own 42-yard line, moving left to right with 8 minutes and 42 seconds to play here in the first quarter. There's no score, and it's homecoming in Tallahassee. And the homecoming crowd still trickling in. Lots of tailgaters, though, Mike, enjoying the game or enjoying Tallahassee weather today. Here comes Travis Harvey on the reverse. Travis Harvey at the 45, and Harvey fights his way to the 49-yard line. And Travis Harvey's going to be he's going to put the Rattlers in good field position in terms of what yards needed to get a first down.
Yeah, going to be about 3 yards short. A chance to, again, though, Keith, the Rattlers take a shot. It's not a shot deep downfield, but they run a reverse to keep the defense honest.
Gain of 7, second down and 3. Harvey this time wide to the far boundary. Twins over here to the near side. And it's Fleming this time from the gun with Rocker in the backfield. And Eddie's going to get the call, and Eddie Rocker fights his way to midfield. We've got a penalty marker on the play.
Yeah, it looks like a hand got up around Eddie's face mask right there, so the Rattlers may come out of this with a little bit of a mark-off and to get into Central Territory.
We have a personal foul, face mask, 93 on the defense.
That's a 15-yard variety.
15 yards, penalty, automatic, first down.
And an automatic first down for the Rattlers of Florida A&M. So that spots the football now at the North Carolina Central 35-yard line. First and 10 for the Rattlers. And, Mike, this is our best-looking drive so far the afternoon. And it's a time-consuming drive as well, Mike. That's what you want. You want to eat up the clock, grind up the football, and then get points. All right, here we go. Rattlers load the I formation, play action. Damian Fleming wants to pass, fires over the middle. He's got Travis Harvey at the 15-yard line. First and 10 Rattlers. Move those chains.
Keith, when you got a weapon like Travis Harvey, you got to go to him. If you have to throw it to him 20 times a game, I think he could come up with 20 catches for you. He's elusive once he catches the ball on the shorter patterns, and he can get deep too.
All right, Rattlers threatening now inside the red zone for the first time this afternoon at the North Carolina Central 15-yard line. Dwayne Harvey going wide now to the far boundary. And over here to the near side is Travis Harvey. Here we go. Rattlers are set I formation once again for Damian Fleming. We run the toss sweep. And this time it is Lee Williams, the speedster freshman out of Tallahassee McClay. And he's going to pick up a yard on the toss sweep, make it second down and 9 for the Rattlers at the Eagle 14-yard line.
And, Keith, that's a play that we have not seen a lot of this year, is a toss sweep out of the I formation. Again, though, one of the things Coach Holmes wanted to do was run more downhill out of the I.
All right, here we go. Second down. They actually spot him for no gain. So it's second and 10 for the Rattlers from the Eagle 15 with 6:23 to play here in the first quarter. The Rattlers threatening, though, At the Eagle 15, Adamson Felix now working the slot to the far boundary. Spread formation, twin receivers to either side for Damian Fleming. Play action, he throws the bubble screen out here. Got a man, that's Travis Harvey. And Harvey fights his way down to the 10-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for a Rattler first down.
Needed a better block that time, Keith, by big Robert Hartley. Had a hard time chasing that corner down out there in space. But it's a good pickup. It's going to leave the Rattlers about 7 yards short of the first down with 5:48 to go here in the first quarter.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 5 for the Rattlers. Dwayne Harvey wide to the far boundary. Triplets over here to the near side. And it's an empty backfield this time for Damian Fleming. Rattlers trying to take it in to the end zone. Fleming's going to pull it down. And Fleming fights his way to looks like the 6-yard line. He may be a yard short, Mike, of the first down.
Yeah, Coach Holmes has the first big decision of his coaching tenure, Keith. He's got a 4th down and short. Does he want to put points on the board, or is he going for the touchdown? Looks like the Rattlers on this first drive are going to go for it.
Yeah, Jordan Stanley, the power back, if we have a power back, Mike, it's Jordan Stanley. Jordan Stanley comes in on 4th down and 1. And the Rattler fans like it. We're going for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1, we're going for it. Rattlers load up the offset eye. The eye back is Jordan Stanley.
Actually
it's
a Wildcat.
And Stanley pulls it down. Stanley hit behind the line. He's not going to get the first down. The Eagles shut it down, and let's give some credit up front. It was big number 94 for North Carolina Central, Tyrone Jackson. 5'10", 297, a senior out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, stops Jordan Stanley from getting the first down, and the Eagles will take over, Mike. So let's give North Carolina Central some credit. That's a great defensive stand.
Yeah, but I still like the call, Keith.
I like the call,
going
too.
for it early in the ball game. A chance to put an early 7 points on the board. Didn't get it. Let's see how the defense now responds.
All right, here we go. Jordan Reed, Rattlers threatening blitz, and the Eagles come out with twins to the far boundary. They isolate nicely over here to the near side and load up the offset eye. Jordan Reed now, the eye back is standing in the end zone, and Reed gives it to Goforth, and Goforth is going to be hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage to make it 2nd down and 10. Give some credit, Mike, up front. Big Pandrick Scott playing his last game in Bragg Stadium in the orange and green. Also Brandon Davis, William Smalls, and Ellie Hippolyte. Those guys are trying to dominate the front, the line of scrimmage here this afternoon. All right, here we go. Jordan Reed again from the gun with 1 setback. Spread formation this time. Twins to either side. Here comes pressure. Reed, that pass is batted down. That's a great defensive play by Devin Roberts. Mike just jumped up in the air and batted that pass down.
And actually, Keith, it was on his second jump. The first time he pump faked it, Jordan Reed pump faked it, and it made him go up in the air. But again, he goes up and knocks the pass down, bringing up a 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9 now for North Carolina Central. Ball's resting at their own 7. Reed trying to set up a screen pass to Goforth. He's got it, but he's run down from behind by Brandon Hepburn. The doctor making a house call.
And, Keith, that's great hustle by Brandon Hepburn, chasing that play down from behind and holding them 4 yards short of the first down, and a good start for the Rattlers.
And Matthew Cornelius checks on the punt for the Eagles of North Carolina Central. That one slipped past Mike. He didn't get it. Matthew Cornelius. And deep to receive for the Rattlers will be Marvin Ross. 3:31 to go in the first quarter. There's no score in Bragg Stadium on homecoming in Tallahassee. And Cornelius bobbles the snap, gets the kickoff, though, a short spiral, and Marvin Ross gets away from it. The Rattlers are going to have excellent field position at the Eagle 36-yard line. He bobbled the snap, still got the kickoff, but Mike, under pressure and duress, the ball only goes to the 36-yard line, and the Rattlers will take over 1st and 10 from there.
Yeah, I bet Coach Blunt doesn't mind, though, Keith. He was able to get that football out. That was almost a disaster. But the Rattlers do start in great field position for their offense.
All right, here we go. The Rattlers take over at the 36-yard. We'll make that the 37-yard line of North Carolina Central. Damian Fleming under center. Orange helmets are down. I formation. And the eye back is Eddie Rocker. The Rocket Man gets the call. Straight ahead for maybe a yard, not much more. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9 to go for the Rattlers of FAMU with 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, and you can see early, Keith, a much more concerted effort to run the ball between the tackles, settle this very good Central defense down. Tasman Foster's been outstanding all year. The last time they were on TV, Tasman Foster even had a 60-yard interception return for a touchdown.
All right, Damian Fleming and the Rattlers load up the I, 2nd and 9. Ball resting at the 36-yard line of North Carolina Central. Play action, Damian passes. Fires out here, it's caught by Dwayne Harvey. And Harvey's going to make his forward progress to be marked at the 29. Should have been at the 28.
That's a bad spot. Going to lose almost 2 yards on that spot.
Yeah. They're going to mark him at the 29-yard line of North Carolina Central. Make it 3rd down and about 2 to go for a Rattler first down. But he actually caught the ball at the 28-yard line and was pushed back. And the ball is spotted where he was pushed back.
Yeah, not a very good spot that time by the line judge on this side.
All right, here we go. Rattlers break the huddle. And once again, triplets to the far boundary. They isolate Travis Harvey over here to the near side. Damian Fleming. Boy, going to be hit and sacked. That's good defense. And that's a coverage sack downfield, Mike, by these Eagles of North Carolina Central.
Yeah, and that sack is going to take the Rattlers out of field goal range. They may have had a chance to try a long one, but that sack definitely takes us out of field goal range now. We're going to bring up a punt.
Big Aaron Wallace on the stop for the Eagles. 6'2", 319 out of Washington, D.C., the redshirt junior. Forces Brandon Holdren on the punt. And deep to receive for North Carolina Central will be Arthur Goforth. With 1:13 to play here in the first quarter. It's no score. FAMU nothing, North Carolina Central nothing. Good snap. Aiming for the coffin corner. It's a high end-over-end kick. And Goforth bobbles it. The ball pops up, and the Rattlers have recovered at the 5-yard line. The Rattlers will have it 1st and 10 at the 5. Goforth, Mike, was trying to call for the fair catch. It was an end-over-end type kick. I don't know if he lost it in the sun, but he didn't make the catch. He touched it, and then the ball was live. The Rattlers recover at the Eagle 5.
Yeah, and it was kicked on purpose, end-over-end. He's trying to get it to check up down near the goal line. He couldn't get a handle on it, and the Rattlers now in great field position.
Mike, let's give some credit to Juan Vasquez, the special teams coach. The Rattler kickoff team has led the MEAC all season long and has done so for the last few years under his leadership. All right, here we go. First and goal, Rattlers at the Eagle 5. We load up the I formation. The I back is Jordan Stanley. Orange helmets are down. Play action. Damian looking into the end zone. Fires. That pass is caught. And it's going to be driven out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And that's Big Michael Etheridge, Mike, the tight end, who's had a fantastic year this season.
Yeah, outstanding play by the corner right there, Keith. He was right on the goal line when he caught the football, but the lick actually knocked him back a yard.
It's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the Eagle 2. North Carolina Central. Boy, the Rattlers have put pressure on the Eagle defense for 3 straight possessions now, Mike. And here we go. 2nd and goal at the Eagle 2. Jordan Stanley on the Wildcat. Stanley trying to push that pile. I'm not sure if he got a yard or not, boy. It was some stout play down there. He was running into a wall. Looks like they gave him a yard, so it'll be 3rd and goal to go for the Rattlers from the Eagle 1.
Yeah, but give the Rattler offensive staff some credit, Keith. A new wrinkle. Going with Stanley in the Wildcat. You see Damian Fleming, the quarterback, split out far to the left.
And once again, it's Stanley in the Wildcat. He's going to try to steamroll his way into the end zone. Boy, this time he's hit. Boy, he ran into his own blocker, and it really kind of knocked him off his feet. And this time the Rattlers are going to have to send in the field goal.
Rattlers this time are going to try to go ahead and put points on the board. The Wildcat not getting the push up front that it really needs. Rattler offensive line got to get off the ball a little bit better than that.
Yeah, give some credit to that North Carolina Central defensive line as well. That's the end of the first quarter play with our score. FAMU nothing, North Carolina Central nothing. We'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network. Brandon Holdren holds. Chase Vonador kicks the field goal, and the Rattlers take the early 3-0 lead. And we'll be back to Branch Stadium after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
90.5 the Flavor Station, always represent that real hip-hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
Chase Vonador all set to kick it off after the Rattlers take the early 3-0 lead. End over end kick. Going to be fielded at the 10, 15, 20. And down at the 23-yard line is Giovanni Irvine, 5'7", 161-pound redshirt senior out of Durham, North Carolina. And the Eagles will begin 1st and 10 from there. Mike, the Rattler offense and defense are actually putting some pressure on the Eagles defense. 3 straight possessions now down deep in Eagle territory, but the Rattlers only have 3 points to show for it.
Yeah, some stout defense by the Eagles down close have kept the Rattlers out of the end zone.
All right, here we go. North Carolina Central. All set to go, and it'll be Jordan Reed. And the Eagles, they hand it off to Arthur Goforth, and Goforth picking his way, fights his way close to the 25-yard line. We'll see where they spot the football. And that'll be a gain of about 2 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down and 8 to go for the Eagles.
Good play up front. Rattlers did a good job that time also disguising their blitz, and the Eagles ran right into it.
All right, here we go. Jordan Reed and the Eagles set. Isolation over here to the near side. A little movement along the line of scrimmage, and a penalty marker is thrown.
Yeah, let's see. The Rattlers didn't seem to make any contact as they came across the line of scrimmage. So let's see who this call goes against.
We have offside, 54, defense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
All right, the Eagles are going to benefit from a 5-yard assessment against the Rattlers for being offside. 2nd down now and about 3 to go for North Carolina Central with 14-11 to play here in the first half. 3-0 the Rattlers lead. The Rattlers threatening blitz, bring the blitz. Boy, Patrick Scott tore up that play, but they gave it to Arthur Goforth. He may have gotten a yard, but not much more. Patrick Scott just destroyed the center on that play.
Yeah, going to get a gain of about 2 yards still. It's going to be 3rd down and short yardage as he actually stumbled forward to pick up a few yards.
3rd down and short for North Carolina Central.
Actually, Central wants a measurement here. Seems to be at least a yard short, though.
All right, while we've got a moment. Elton, can you hear us? And if you can, what's it like down on the sideline over there?
I can definitely hear you. Elton Gumbel here live on the sidelines, and I want to say this is an intense sideline. There's an extra spring in their steps. When the offense is out there, the defense is on the sidelines cheering them on, and I think that starts with Coach Earl Holmes, acting Coach Earl Holmes. He's sitting there making sure that his defense roots on the team that is actually out there on the field, and it took him 3 seconds to decide to go for it on 4th down. Just took him 3 seconds. He is amped up and has his team fired up, and that's the feel from down here on the sideline.
All right, we'll be looking for those check-ins from you throughout the game. And it's 3rd down and short for North Carolina Central. And they give it to Goforth, but he is hit. Boy, he bounces outside and picks up the 1st down, Mike, on 2nd effort. He was knocked back into the backfield. Looks like it was Devin Roberts, but Devin's getting up a little queasy, Mike, as his helmet comes off. He delivered a tremendous blow. Goforth was stunned, stumbled backwards, but stayed on his feet and picked up the 1st down.
Yeah, good job by Goforth of just keeping his balance right there.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 Eagles. Ball's resting at their own 36-yard line. They give it to Goforth again, and once again, boy, he is snowed under by a host of orange jersey. I think it's Ellie Hippolyte on the stop for the Rattlers.
Yeah, and so far, keep the Rattlers defense able to control this offense of North Carolina Central, which had been so opportunistic all season.
Yeah, 2nd down. Actually, they lost a yard on the play. 2nd down and 11 for North Carolina Central. Rattlers bringing the blitz. Bobby Jackson is coming. They're trying to set up a screen pass, and Goforth is going to be hit, and boy, finally cleaned up way back at the 26-yard line. Terry Johnson and a host of Rattlers, and now a late penalty flag.
Boy, the original hit, Keith, knocked him staggering back. He regained his balance, What possible flag could that be coming way from across the field right there? And it looks like one of the officials is trying to convince the referee that some foul occurred.
We have 2 fouls on the play. We have a personal foul, head-to-head contact, defense, number 4. We have a personal foul, participating after his helmet came off. That's a 15-yard penalty, number 52, defense.
What, 2 penalties against the Rattlers? The helmet-to-helmet contact. Didn't see that flag go down. The one for Hepburn participating after his helmet came off was the last one thrown from way across the field. It's a great break for the Eagles.
No question about it. No question about it.
As the Rattlers actually playing tremendous defense. Boy, if they're calling that last hit by Terry Johnson, that's a terrible call. The running back was about 2 inches off the ground. And the referees are trying to figure out how to administer the penalty. And that's
if that's the end of the assessment, it's gonna.
No, it looks like now they're
gonna do the other assessment.
Yeah.
So you're talking 30 yards in penalties on one play.
And one of the calls was really suspect, the helmet-to-helmet contact.
Keith, Mike, you're talking about the questionable calls, and Linworth Linden was down here on the sidelines and basically said there were going to be 7 bad calls that will go against the Rattlers. How did they overcome it? They said there were 2 bad calls on that last play, so they got 5 more bad calls to go against them.
All right, there's only one assessment, and so the Eagles have it at the Rattler 48. Blitz coming, and Reed going to throw downfield. Got a receiver down there, but it falls incomplete. Yep. Rattlers had good coverage back there. Looks like number 26.
Young man from Guyton.
Yeah, Guyton. And also on coverage back there for the Rattlers. On that side over there was, I think, Marvin Ross. Marvin Ross had an outstanding senior season. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 now for the Eagles of North Carolina Central.
Rattlers look like they're locked in, going to play man-to-man on this play. Let's see what the Eagle defense checks to.
Jordan Reed hands it off to a new back in the ball game for the Eagles now. That's Gary Douglas, a senior out of Durham, 6'1", 212. And it's Patrick Scott on the stop for the Rattlers.
Yeah.
Gain of about a yard or 2, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 8 to go now for North Carolina Central.
Central now showing some patience on offense as they check the Rattler defense, try to get to a better call.
All right, here we go. Spread formation for Jordan Reed, and he throws. Boy, Rattlers have great coverage here. That may have been some offensive pass interference. We get no call. But let's give the Rattlers secondary number 16, Antwain Matthews, 6 foot 170, the sophomore out of Quincy, Florida, Mike. He was stride for stride with the Eagle intended receiver, and just great defensive play there.
Perfect position. Couldn't have been in a better position to hold him off. It's a tall receiver. The kid 6'4", tried to go up over him, but too good a position by Matthews.
And so it brings up 4th down for North Carolina Central, and Matthew Cornelius, no relation to Don, checks in to punt. And the Rattlers send, is it Marvin Ross, deep to receive? High kick, though, beautiful punt. And the Rattlers get away from it. The Eagles try and stop it from going in the end zone. And it did go, it went in the end zone. Yeah, it crossed the plane, and he tipped it out. But it had already crossed the plane, and so the Rattlers will begin 1st and 10 from our own 25-yard line. And with the break in the action and our score 3-0, the Rattlers lead. We'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
Get ready for a whole lot of football this season with the Florida Lottery Fantastic College Football Promotion. You could win a Florida Classic game trip, season tickets, an away game trip, team merchandise, or $10,000 cash. Each time you purchase a single $10 or more Florida Lotto ticket, you'll receive a voucher to enter into a Rattlers drawing. Visit FLALottery.com or FAMUathletics.com for more information. Promotion ends November 28, 2012. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Follow the Rattler Boosters on the premier social media outlets. On Twitter at #Rattler Boosters, on Facebook at Rattler Boosters, on YouTube at Rattler Boosters, and on the internet at www.therattlerboosters.com. www.therattlerboosters.com. And join the Rattler Boosters before every FAMU home game for Friday night strikes at Bragg Stadium at 6 p.m. The Rattler Boosters. The Rattler Boosters. Connecting Rattler fans everywhere.
On first down, the Rattlers ran the jet sweep. It was Linworth Lennon at quarterback, and he handed it off to Lee Williams. But the Rattlers going to get penalized for a chop block on the play, half the distance to go, backs us up back to the 10-yard line. And so now the Rattlers have a first down and 20 to go, and Damian Fleming back in at quarterback. Play action, we run the draw play. This is Eddie Rocker, and the Rocket Man's going to fight his way for about a 6-yard gain. And it'll make it second down now and 14 to go for Rattler first down. And, Mike, what you see the Earl Holmes play calling do is we were faced with the first and 20, so he's going to get as many chunks back as he can to make it a manageable third down situation.
Absolutely.
And here we go. Rattlers go, Twins to the near boundary. We isolate a receiver to the far side, and Damian sets up the pass. He's got pressure. He's hit, and Damian now squares away, dumps the pass out, throws it away. That's a smart play by the sophomore quarterback, and it's going to make it third down and 14 now for the Rattlers.
Yeah, I'm thinking or hoping that he was going to do that a little bit earlier, Keith. He was out of the box and had a chance to throw that football away as, again, the blitz comes from the Eagles of North Carolina Central.
Third down and 14 for the Rattlers now. 10:19 to go in the first half. The Rattlers leading 3-0. And Rattler offense trying to get something going here. Damian Fleming, triplets to the near side. Now Linworth Lennon goes in motion. So we're in the spread, play action, and we set up the screen pass out here for Eddie Rocker. And Eddie stumbles and fights his way back to the 20-yard line, but it's going to bring up fourth down and 10 now for a Rattler first down.
Yeah, but the Rattlers do a good job of getting it off their own goal line, giving their punt team a little bit more to work with. Yeah, surprise Adrian Wilkins deep and not Arthur Goforth.
Yeah, we might need to find out if Goforth is okay. I was trying to see if I could see him on the sideline. Good snap. Boy, Brandon Holdren had lots of pressure, but he gets off a beautiful kick. Fielded at the 33 and dropped at the 36. That's good kick coverage down there by the Rattlers. On the stop is number 5, Patrick Aiken. And so North Carolina Central will begin first and 10 from their own 36.
Yeah, good job by Holden with a couple of Central Eagles breathing right down his neck.
Yeah, I'm trying to find Arthur Goforth, Mike. He's not in the backfield either right now for North Carolina Central.
Can't spot him along the sidelines either. Oh yeah, I do see him around the 44-yard line, just getting his helmet back on.
Okay. Eagles hand it off to his replacement, number 28. That's Gary Douglas. And Douglas fights his way across the 40 out to maybe the 41 or 42-yard line. Actually, they're going to spot him at the 43. So that's going to be a gain of about 6. Second down and 4 to go for North Carolina Central. And they give it to Douglas once again. This time, Douglas is going to get a yard. And now a late penalty marker thrown.
Yeah, late flag comes in. He was going to be close to the first down. Now 28's coming up. Looked like his helmet came off on the field, so it may have been a face mask.
Well, we're waiting the officials to give us the official indication. with
Have a
9:01 to play.
personal foul. Face mask, number 8, defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
So that penalty goes against Brandon Denmark of the Rattlers and gives the Eagles.
The helmet came off because of the foul.
So I guess that's saying that he doesn't have to leave the game for a play.
All right, here we go. They give it to Douglas once again.
I think they just actually slip Goforth
back
into the game.
Okay. And, yeah, it is Goforth. And he's going to pick up, looks like about 3 on the play. And make it 2nd and 7 for North Carolina Central. All right, here we go. Goforth again. He's hit in the backfield. That's good defense back there. Is that Patrick Aiken?
They brought the blitz, Keith. Not sure which of the safeties it was.
Devin Roberts.
But he timed it perfectly. Coming off the edge and was able to actually make contact. That's going to be a loss.
It's going to be a loss on the play. They make it 3rd down and 11 now. 3rd and 11. Twins to the near side for Jordan Reed. Isolation over there, far side. And Reed looking to pass. Sends that pass. That boy is caught by the big tight end, and he fights his way down to the 21-yard line. That's DeTwan Robinson, 6'3", 256, the senior out of Lewisberry, Pennsylvania. But he'll move the 6 at the Rattler 21, just outside of the red zone for North Carolina Central.
Yeah, Devin Roberts was there, Keith. Had a chance to make the tackle short of the first down, but went for the play on the ball instead.
All right, here we go. Reed looking to pass once again. Boy, hit in the backfield and sacked. Patrick Scott.
The first to get there. Denmark came up late and cleaned it up. Patrick Scott dominating here early in the ball game. 7:26 remaining in the second quarter. Rattlers leading 3-0.
Yeah, loss of about 8 on the play. 2nd down and 18 to go for North Carolina Central. Reed going to be hit and sacked. And on that sack is Devin Roberts.
Yeah, and they wanted to set up the jailbreak screen, Keith. They let the Rattler lineman through. They didn't expect the speed of a Devin Roberts, though, and he gets to the quarterback before they can get it set up. And, boy, the Eagles now moving in the wrong direction. It's 3rd down and Medard.
10, 20. Yeah, about 29 yards to go for the Eagles. 3rd and 29. Ball's resting at the Rattler 40. The Rattler defense doing a heck of a job once again. Reed looking to pass. Pulls it down. He's going to run. Rattlers closing. And, boy, tripped up from behind is Brandon Denmark. And a penalty marker's on the play.
Yeah, got a penalty marker down on the play. Boy, let's hope that isn't holding against the Rattlers, because that would be an automatic first down. And we talked earlier about getting off the field. Boy, that's a huge call. That's an automatic first down. On a 3rd down and 29, the Rattlers are going to end up giving up the first down with a penalty. What they're talking about, Keith, is it's a 10-yard mark-off from the line of scrimmage and an automatic first down. That is certainly the option that the Eagles are going to take. Otherwise, they would be 4th down and about still 15 yards to go.
Yeah, no question.
6:27 to go in a defensive struggle here at FAMU Homecoming 2012.
Oh, my goodness. I just heard.
We have Holland, number 16, on the defense. We're going 10 yards from the end of the run.
So it's called Antoine Matthews.
And 10 yards from the end of the run? That doesn't sound right either.
Yeah.
10 yards from the end of the run does not sound like the right call. So is it a first down or is it 4th down?
That is a good question. I think the referee's going to have to come back and tell us.
No, see, I don't think they gave him the automatic first down, which it should be. So the Rattlers actually.
Well, let's see if Henry Frazier, he's not complaining.
They're saying it's third down.
Third down and about 6 to go now for the Eagles. Third down and 6.
It should be fourth down.
Yeah.
And the guy on this side is going in there telling him, Keith, it's supposed to be fourth down.
Yeah. So we've got some confusion going on with the officials, and I heard a fan down in the audience say they have amnesia.
It sounds like Elton's got something.
Elton, what you got for us?
Yeah, I'm down here on the sidelines right next to Coach Earl Holmes, and he's pleading with the ref, saying it should be fourth down. It was third down. The refs were still saying it was third down. He was pleading with them, letting them know it should be fourth down.
It can't be third down and 5 if they added the penalty on. That's not a very good call.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Pass in the end zone, caught, touchdown. Nicely makes the catch, and it's a touchdown for North Carolina Central. That's a 17-yard pass play from Jordan Reed to Jonathan Nicely.
Yeah, Terry Johnson, when he turned back to try to find the football, lost contact. He actually was in initial good position. Antoine Matthews, not Terry Johnson.
And so the Eagles take the lead for the first time this afternoon. And on to attempt the point after is Oleg Parent. And the kick is on the way and good. And so with 5:54 to play here in the first half, our score, North Carolina Central 7, FAMU 3. We'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
I'm Mickey Clayton, Executive Director of the Rattler Booster Club. The Rattler Booster Club contributed $591,000 to the athletic department of Florida A&M University. Some of the things we were able to purchase this year was the Jumbotron, and we assisted with the scoreboard and the Al Lawson Center, and golf carts for our seasoned Rattler Booster supporters, pitching machine for the baseball team, the shooting machine for the basketball team. So the Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs. Join the Booster Club. Call the Rattler Booster office at 850-224-6093. It's not too late.
All right, Jonathan Nicely catches a 16-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Reed, and Oleg Parent adds the extra point. The Eagles take a 7-3 lead here in the first half with 5:54 to play before halftime. End-over-end kick. Rattlers going to field this at the 2. Run the reverse. And down at about the 8-7-yard line is where we're going to go. Boy, somebody was supposed to pick up the outside gunner, and he came in and made the tackle.
Rattlers with a little razzle-dazzle on the kickoff.
Trying to get Travis Harvey the football, Mike. That's what you do. You try to get your best player, get it in his hands as often as possible, and let him make some plays.
Yeah, and Keith, even though they're playing a lot of zone defense, keeping a couple of guys way deep, I'd throw a couple more downfield to him too.
All right, here we go. Rattlers going to load up at our own 7. Triplets to the far boundary, and isolated receiver over here to the near side. And Damian Fleming going to throw the swing pass out here for that's Linworth Lennon. And Linworth is going to fight his way close to the 14-yard line. And that's going to be a nice gain on first down, about 7 yards.
Got a couple of good blocks by the receivers in front of him. Good cut, though, by Linworth Lennon to get back outside. That's the kind of gain you want to get on first down.
Yeah. 5:18 to go in the first half. The Eagles lead 7-3. Rattlers with the ball at our own 14-yard line. Triplets to the near boundary. And this time we fake the jet sweep, and Linworth Lennon keeps it, slips down at about the 19-yard line, but he picks up the first down, and that'll move the chains for the Rattlers of FAMU.
You can tell this Wildcat formation is a work in progress, Keith, but it's giving the Rattlers a different look and something that Central has not seen.
And so it's a first down for the Rattlers. Ball's resting at our 19-yard line with 4:49 to play in the first half.
Yeah, and again, that's Stanley dotting the I in this I formation.
Yeah, Stanley, the I back again. Orange helmets are down. Fleming under center. Play action, wants to pass. Fires across the middle. That's pass interference. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis Harvey, the defender came through Travis Harvey before the ball got there. Yeah. Malik Cromartie.
Cromartie made a tremendous play, but it was pass interference. He actually caught that football after he came through. But he got there a step early.
Pass interference, 32, defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
And that'll move the chains for the Rattlers of FAMU with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play and give us a first down now at our own 34-yard line. Rattlers are moving right to left now here in the second quarter and heading toward the north end zone.
Rattlers trying to get the correct personnel in the ball game. 12 seconds now to go on the play clock. See if they can get it off before the play clock runs down.
Damian Fleming hands it off to the I-back as Eddie Rocker breaks a couple of tackles and fights his way out to about the 39-yard line.
2-2-2.
Keith and Mike, one thing to pay attention to is the tempo of this offense. Coach Holmes is making sure that they stay up-tempo. I know they've run over to the sidelines getting a few plays, but they've been improved when it comes to their tempo.
All right, here we go. Damian Fleming gives to Eddie Rocker, and Eddie slashes. He's got the first down, got more. Eddie fights his way down to the 44-yard line of North Carolina Central, and that's a Rattler first down. Move those chains.
And that's the way the zone stretch play is supposed to be run, Keith. It's a one-cut run. You put your foot in the ground, you go upfield. That time you're able to find that crease and explode upfield into Eagle territory.
And the Rattlers now at the Eagle 44-yard line. Travis Harvey going to be isolated to the far boundary with Linworth Lennon working the slot over here. And Dwayne Harvey. And this time we're going to hand it off to James Owens, and Owens stumbles, going to lose a yard on the play and make it second down and 11.
I want to say hi, Mom. Got into the second quarter here, 3:11 to go. Before halftime, Rattlers with a drive going, but she's listening on 96.1.
Yeah, I got to say hi to Kayla, Taylor, Kristen, Corbin, and Lorian. They're all listening. Lorian is actually up in Atlanta this weekend, though, doing some recruitment up that way. I want to say hi to Mr. Clifford Swain. And, of course, to the Godfather, George Godfather Thompson, on this homecoming afternoon. Rattlers bunch 3 to the far boundary, isolate Harvey near side. And here we go, Damian Fleming. Boy, going to pull it down, and Damian Fleming has a seam, picks up a couple of blocks, and lunges forward down to about the 38-yard line of North Carolina Central. That's a nice-looking run by your sophomore quarterback. It's going to bring up third down. And about 4 yards to go for a Rattler first down.
Yeah, got a third down, ball spotted inside the 40-yard line. You wonder whether this is 4-down territory for the Rattlers.
I want to say hi to Laverne Stryker Washington and all the fellas who grew up in the alley. Y'all know who you are. All the alley boys. I want to say hi. That's Denard Bassa and the whole crew. All right, here we go. Penalty markers on the play. In fact, man, speaking of the alley, Mike, David Campbell, Cush, is working security outside the game today here at Bragg Stadium.
False start, 81, offense, 5-yard penalty, third down.
Well, that penalty really changes things from a third down and 5 to now a long yardage, third down and 10.
Yeah, Dwayne Harvey, the guilty Rattler. A minute 57 to play in the first half. Rattlers trailing by 4. 7-3. Travis Harvey wide to the far boundary. Dwayne Harvey over here to the near side. Rattlers actually have triplets over here. Blitz coming. And Damian Fleming's pass. Adamson Felix wants pass interference. And so far, no flag on the play.
And also, Keith was up around the head.
Yep. The tackle was made up around his neck, and it's going to bring up fourth down for the Rattlers as Brandon Holdren will check on the punt. And the Eagles are going to send Adrian Wilkins deep to receive the punt from Brandon Holdren. Minute 39 to go here in the first half.
The Eagles with 11 men up.
And Holdren, boy, gets off a beautiful spiral. And this was going to hit at the 1 and then trail into the end zone. And so the Eagles will begin 1st and 10 at their 25 with 1:30 to play in the first half. They lead 7-3.
Yeah, the Rattlers on defense, Keith, have all 3 timeouts left. So if the Eagles try to sit on the ball, I think the Rattlers can call timeout and force a punt.
Minute and a half to play. And Jordan Reed and the North Carolina Central Eagles going to hand it off to number 28, Gary Douglas. And Douglas fights his way to about the 26-yard line. Gain of 6 on first down, 2nd and 4 for North Carolina Central. Jordan Reed at quarterback. Play action, going to throw the screen out here. Pass is caught. Boy, he's stepped out of bounds. That's Dakota Roberts. And it's going to bring up, that's a first down for North Carolina Central and give them a first down at their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, the Eagles trying to get down in position to put more points on the board. They've moved it out to the 35-yard line. Still 1:07 to go before halftime.
All right, 1st and 10, North Carolina Central. They mark him at the 35. Boy, Jordan Reed bobbles the snap. And now the Rattlers closing. Boy, breaks away and makes positive yards as he gets out to about the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 to go for North Carolina Central with 57 seconds remaining in the first half.
And now we've got a couple of whistles as the Rattlers getting substitutions into the game. They look like they're pointing down to the scoreboard clock, but we haven't seen anything that's been wrong with the clock on the in front of the field house here.
Yeah.
Now the clock, the big clock has 9:57 on it, but I believe there's 57 seconds left here before halftime. What this allowed the Rattlers to do, though, Keith, was to get some fresh personnel into the ball game. As there are some of those rushers getting a little bit tired.
Yeah, while we have a moment, but we'll break for station identification after this play.
Player helmet came off. He must go out 1 play.
Took a long time to come up with that decision.
Second down and 6 to go for North Carolina Central. Jordan Reed wants to pass. Boy, has tremendous pressure. Boy, he's hit. Ball pops out. Let's see. Brandon Denmark and Patrick Scott just wreaking havoc on the defensive front of North Carolina Central. Rattlers say we have it. We're waiting on the official word. It's Ellie Hippolyte down there. Rattlers have it.
It looks like Terry Johnson comes out with the football.
And we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Rattlers Sports Network. And so the Rattlers recover and take over at the 29-yard line of North Carolina Central. And a great opportunity, Mike, with 41 seconds left to try and get more points on the board. Damian Fleming loads triplets to the far boundary and gives it to Eddie Rocker. And the Rocket Boy finding a seam in that North Carolina Central defense and takes it all the way down to the 19-yard line. That's about a 10-yard pickup on first down. All right, here we go. Damian Fleming and the Rattlers are set. Triplets to the near boundary. Fleming wants to pass. He's got pressure. He swings this pass out. Intended for Linworth Lynn, and just a little too much hot sauce on it. Going to make it second down and 10 to go for a Rattler first down.
It was Eddie Rocker trying to block the big defensive end. Keith got a piece of him but couldn't get him down, and that was the man that came through and pressured Damian Fleming on that play. Bringing up a second down now and 10 yards to go from the 19-yard line.
All right, here we go. Fleming's pass caught by Linworth Lennon. Linworth cuts inside. Linworth's going in. Touchdown, FAMU. We're waiting on the signal.
They're going to say he's down at the 1 yard line.
He fell in the end zone. And here we go. Rattlers in a jumbo formation with Jordan Stanley and Damian Fleming keeps him. They're trying to push him into the end zone. And I'm not sure he got in there. They haven't blown. Now the whistles are blowing.
And the Rattlers want a timeout, Keith. They're pushing. The clock is down to 9 seconds. So are they saying he didn't get in? They are saying he didn't get in. This, and Keith, this is what we've basically been going through all season. These kind of short yardage situations.
And now Damian has all kinds of options. He fires this pass but overthrows his intended receiver. Actually, was that Linworth? He made a great catch over there. Was Adamson Felix? It was Linworth who made the catch, but he was out of bounds. And so now the Rattlers are going to be forced to try for the field goal. 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah, you don't want to come out of this without any points.
With nothing,
you
right.
got to go ahead and kick it now.
Chase Varnador on. Brandon Holdren will hold. This is going to be an 18-yard field goal attempt. Here we go. Snap placement. Kick is airborne. And it's good. And so with no time remaining in the first half, our score, North Carolina Central 7, FAMU 6. We'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattlers Sports Network.
I'm Mickey Clayton, Executive Director of the Rattler Booster Club. The Rattler Booster Club contributed $591,000 to the athletic department of Florida A&M University. Some of the things we were able to purchase this year was the Jumbotron, and we assisted with the scoreboard and the Al Lawson Center, and golf carts for our seasoned Rattler Booster supporters, pitching machine for the baseball team, the shooting machine for the basketball team. So the Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs. Join the Booster Club. Call the Rattler Booster office at 850-224-6093. It's not too late.
B&T Fencing, Capital City Bank, Cumulus Communications, Donna and Dwayne Harvey, FAMU Foundation Incorporated, Firehouse Subs on Tennessee Street, Henry and Pauline Gunn, Keith Stubbs, Kia Auto Sports, Lowry Masonry LLC, Lindy's Chicken of Crawfordville, Maurice Pickett, Malden Towing, Metron Contracting, Network Tallahassee, Rodney Clayton, Rudy Maxwell, Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, The Moon Tallahassee, Tallahassee State Bank, Ted Taylor, PA, Vantage Media Partners of Florida Incorporated, Visit Florida USA, Visit Tallahassee, and by the Wharf Express on Appalachie Parkway. Thank you for your support, and go Rattlers!
All right, the North Carolina Central Eagles return the second half kickoff to the 25-yard line, or check that, the 27-yard line, and on first down, they handed it off to Arthur Goforth, who picks up a couple of yards and makes it second down and 8 yards to go now for the Eagles from their own 30, moving right to left. And here we go. High snap way over the head of Jordan, and boy, he's going to throw this pass away. Jordan Reed had tremendous pressure after the high snap over his head, and boy, he did the smart thing, Mike, just get rid of it.
Showed tremendous poise in going back, getting that ball, and having the wherewithal to throw it out of bounds and save a lot of territory for his Central Eagles.
Well, does FAMU have the state's #1 fans? Well, the Florida fan game will decide by pitting the Rattlers against 5 other Florida universities. The school that sends the most invitations wins. So, Rattlers, let's boost Florida tourism and win the title of Florida's #1 fans. Just head to Facebook.com/Share a Little Sunshine and invite everyone you know to visit Florida. Now, go share a little sunshine. Jordan Reed's pass is picked off by Terry Johnson, and Terry fights his way out of bounds at the 22-yard line of North Carolina Central. Here come those FAMU Rattlers.
Terry Johnson's a playmaker, Keith. That's why they moved him inside into the toughest position. They're trying to guard the slot. A late throw to the flats is picked off, and the Rattlers are certainly in business.
The Rattlers are in business, Mike. We'll give them those first half statistics as we go. We'll find a way to get them in here after a jam-packed halftime show. We had so many commercials to make up for the second quarter, but here we go. The Rattlers are threatening just outside the red zone at the North Carolina Central 23-yard line. Damian Fleming under center. Orange helmets are down on first down. He gives to Jordan Stanley, and Stanley cuts it back 4 yards or so. It'll be second down and 9 to go for a Rattler first down.
Jordan Stanley has been the back in the I formation. Going to get credit for about a 2-yard gain.
Travis Harvey going to be flanked wide to the far boundary, isolated over there. Twin receivers working the near side, and this time we give it to Eddie the Rocket Rocker, and boy, Rocket powering over a North Carolina Central Eager and takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's a powerful run by the North Marion senior, and it's going to bring up a third down and short now, a manageable third down and about 4 to go for Rattler first down.
Yep, third and a long 3, short 4.
All right, here we go. Damian Fleming gives it to Eddie Rocker again, and boy, the Rocket cuts up. He's got the first down and is going to take it down near the 10-yard line. That's a Rattler first down. Boy, Mike, the Rattlers are trying to make the Eagles pay for that early turnover here in the second half.
And they stuck with the running game, Keith, although they didn't get a lot on that first down play. Stuck it up in there 2 more times. They come out of there with a first down and goal as the ball spotted right at the 10-yard line.
All right, Rattlers go I formation, receivers to either side. Orange helmets are down, and here we go. Damian Fleming gives to Jordan Stanley, and Jordan digs his way down to about the 7-yard line. That's about a 3-yard gain for Jordan Stanley. And Mike, Jordan Stanley, 5'10", 192-pound sophomore out of Tallahassee, Florida. And it's going to bring up second down now for the Rattlers, and goal to go. Ball resting at the Eagles' 7-yard line.
12 minutes to go, third quarter. Rattlers trying to take their first lead of the afternoon.
All right, here we go.
Well,
Michael Etheridge.
Looks like Lennon.
Yes, Linworth Lennon at quarterback. And boy, we run a little option. Linworth cuts back, still on his feet, and fights his way down to the 1-yard line. That's an outstanding play from the Wildcat, Linworth Lennon. Boy, we had a lot of things going on there, Mike. We had the jet sweep coming. Linworth had an option. First, we had the option to jet sweep, and then Linworth cut it back upfield on the zone read and takes it down to the 2-yard line.
It's staying low to the ground, Keith, up underneath guys, and just keeping his balance, trying to get into the end zone. Damian Fleming now comes back in at quarterback, calls the play, but Damian again is going to be flanked out to the left.
Yeah, Damian Fleming is a wide receiver in the trips formation to the far boundary. And now Lee Williams comes, and this time we bobbled the snap. Linworth bobbled the snap. He's going to be planted at about the 6-yard line, and another helmet comes off.
And the Rattlers going to have to send the field goal team in again.
Well, at the end of the day, Mike, if the Rattlers kicked 3 field goals and won this game 9-7, at the end of the day, it will be a win.
Absolutely, it'll be a win.
And here we go. Brandon Holdren on the punt. Chase Vonador will attempt. This is a 22-yard field goal attempt, and it's good. And so Chase Vonador has accounted for all of the Rattlers' points today. At 10:38, it's 9-7 in Tallahassee. The Rattlers lead, and we'll be back after these words from our local sponsors, our network sponsors on the Rattlers Sports Network.
.5, the flavor station, always represent that real hip hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
At the Eagle offense is Jonathan Nicely. He has their lone touchdown. Charles Goodwin, the left tackle. Giles, the left guard. Wells is the center. And here we go. Jordan Reed on first down is going to give to Arthur Goforth for the Rattlers. Boy, all over that play. Stop it in the backfield. Number 19, Jonathan Pillow and Patrick Scott coming up to make the tackle. The right guard is Cleavon Davis. Joe Hutchinson, the right tackle. Detwan Robinson, the tight end. Arthur Goforth, the workhorse at running back. Jordan Reed going all the way at quarterback for them. Gabe Smith, the fullback, and Giovanni Irvine ramps up the North Carolina Central offense. Okay, second down and 10 for the Eagles. And here we go. This is Jordan Reed from the gun. Wants to pass, swings his pass out. It's caught. And over here by number 80 for the Eagles, and that would be Marvin Poole, a 6'4", 185-pound junior wide receiver out of Columbia, South Carolina. And he's going to pick up of about 3 and make it third down and 7 to go for North Carolina Central. All right, here we go. Jordan Reed flushed out of the pocket, fires over the middle, intended for his big tight end, Robinson, but it was broken up.
Terry Johnson.
Terry Johnson
having quite a second half.
Yeah, Mikey, he's definitely a candidate for defensive player of the game.
Yeah, making some plays out there on the defensive end. Arthur Goforth was a leading rusher for Central at halftime. He had 21 yards and 8 carries. He's actually lost some yards here in the third quarter. Eddie Rocker leads the Rattlers with 45 yards and 6 attempts.
Yeah, Matthew Cornelius on the punt. And it's Marvin Ross deep to receive for the Rattlers. And Marvin's going to pick this one up and be dropped at the 15-yard line where the Rattlers will begin first and 10 from there.
Yeah, good job of fielding that ball. Damian Fleming in the first half, 11 of 16 for 86 yards. Jordan Reed for Central, 5 of 9 for only 40 yards. Has the Rattlers hold Central to 63 yards of total offense. In the first half, the Rattlers have 161 yards.
Hey guys, we have an injury update on the FAMU sideline. Senior linebacker Bobby Jackson had to limp off the field. Looks like an apparent left ankle sprain, but they are looking at him right now. He's with the training staff.
All right, here we go. Rattlers, first down and 10 from our own 15, I formation. Play action. Damian Fleming wants to pass, fires downfield for Travis Harvey, picked off. That pass is picked off, and here we go on the return. 25, 20, and down to the 21-yard line is number 2, Ryan Smith, 6 foot, 160-pound redshirt freshman from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And boy, just like that, the Eagles get the turnover and are set up in excellent field position at the Rattler 21.
Just didn't get it over his head, Keith. He had his man open as the Rattlers go play action. Had his man on the square end, but a shorter pass gets intercepted by Ryan Smith, who made a nice return on that also.
First and 10, Eagles, ball on the 21-yard line of FAMU.
All right, here we go. Jordan Reed on first down. Give is to Arthur Goforth, and Goforth finds a seam and fights his way to the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 5 on first down, and it'll make it second down and 5 for the North Carolina Central Eagles. And the Eagles right back at the ball, ready to go. And here we go. Jordan Reed with Goforth again, play action. Going to swing this one out on the outside over there. And stop just short of the first down is Giovanni Irvin. And so the 1-2 punch for the Eagles, Mike, on offense, Arthur Goforth and Giovanni Irvin on the last 2 plays.
Yeah, got a short yard to go right here on this third down play.
Third down and 1 for the Eagles. Arthur Goforth in the backfield. He gets the call. He's got the first down and more as he plows his way inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. It'll be first and goal to go for the Eagles of NCCu.
And again, they're ready to go, Keith. They're going with that high tempo.
All right, here we go. And in for the touchdown is Jordan Reed on the quarterback keeper. And the Eagles retake the lead.
Yeah, they went with the quick tempo, Keith, caught the Rattlers unawares. They faked the jet sweep that time. The quarterback, Jordan Reed, keeps it, goes into the end zone, gives the Eagles a 13-9 lead. And now again we have whistles on the field.
Oleg Parent will be attempting the point after.
So the Eagles capitalize on the Rattler turnover. Retake the lead here with 8 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Jordan Reed will hold for Parent's extra point attempt at 8:32. And there's the snap placement. Kick is airborne and good. And so with 8 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the third quarter, our score, North Carolina Central 14, FAMU 9, and we'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
The Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs at the university. Join the Rattler Booster Club. It's not too late.
And the Eagles kick it off after they retake the lead on Jordan Reed's 8-yard touchdown run and Oleg Parent's extra point. It's 14-9 here in Tallahassee with 8 minutes and 32 seconds to play in the third quarter. The Rattlers will bring it out and have it a first down and 10 at our own 25-yard line.
Yep, on the last Rattler offensive play, they were picked off. And it's turned into 6 points by the Central Eagles.
And I want to say hi to Brenda Moss and Ashley Moss, Veronica McGriff, Betty Reeves, and all the folks over there at Private Quarters, Sylvia and Don Smith down in Boynton Beach, and Kirkland and Delbert Floyd, and the whole Floyd clan down in South Florida. This is Eddie Rocker who gets the call, and the Rocket Man fights his way out to about the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 5 on first down, and a good-looking run for Eddie Rocker.
Yeah, got inside, but got right back outside on the play.
I want to say hi to Dot Ely, the vice president and market manager for Cumulus Broadcast. And Dot actually, Mike, did the coin toss at the game today. He's moving on up in the world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Second down and 5 for the Rattlers. Ball's resting at our own 30-yard line, moving left to right, and Damian Fleming trying to set that screen up over there. Got the pass out there to Travis Harvey, and Harvey makes a nice run after the catch. Going to pick up the first down and more and take it out to near the 44-yard line of the Rattlers. That's a nice gain for the Rattlers of FAMU.
Yep, going to get a first down all the way out to the 44-yard line. 7:40 remaining now in the third quarter. 14-9 our score.
All right, here we go. Rattlers with a first down and 10 from our own 44. 7:26 to go now in the third quarter, trailing 14-9. And here we go, play action. Damian Fleming looking to pass, fires this pass out there. It's a fight for the football. Looks like it's going to fall incomplete. That was good defensive coverage over there by number 39 of North Carolina Central, Saeed Muhammad, the redshirt sophomore, defensive back out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And, boy, he was stride for stride with the Rattler receiver.
Yeah, that was a long throw from one hash mark all the way over to the far sideline. And Damian lucky that ball wasn't picked off.
Second down and 10 for the Rattlers. Ball resting at our own 44-yard line. And looks like the Rattlers send Linworth Lennon in motion and swing this pass out here, out of the backfield to James Owens. And Owens stumbles straight ahead for a couple of yards. Going to make it third down and about 8 to go for a Rattler first down.
Yeah, when that play started, it looked as though James was going to get a lot more out of that. Sort of bobbled the catch and didn't get started, and is going to end up only picking up a yard or two.
Third down and 8 yards to go for Rattler first down with 6:38 to play in the third. And Damian Fleming looking to pass. What the Rattlers pick up the blitz. He dumps it underneath. But the Rattler receiver is not going to be a pull away. May actually even lose a yard or so on the play. That's good defense by North Carolina Central. Tasmon Foster, Mike, the middle linebacker, came on the blitz and pressured Damian to dump it off for a short screen pass, but they were all over that play. It's going to bring up fourth down for the Rattlers.
Let's keep an eye on Damon, who was sacked on that play. Keith sort of wasn't really swinging his left arm, and that's the shoulder that was injured.
Boy, the kick is blocked, and it's taken away from a Rattler by number 27 of the Eagles. That's Kelvin Thompson, and he races to the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown for North Carolina Central.
A blocked punt is going to turn into a touchdown for North Carolina Central. It was blocked, Keith. One of the Rattlers had a chance to field the ball and down it, but number 7 for North Carolina Central, Jonathan Nicely.
No, Kevin Thompson, 27.
27, scoops it up and scores.
A scoop and score, and the Eagles extend their lead now to 20-9, and Oleg Parent on to attempt the point after. It will be Jordan Reed holding with 5:47 to go. Kick is airborne and good. And so North Carolina Central expands their lead to 21-9, and we'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
Introducing a mobile application that could open up an entire new world for the orange and green faithful, with the ability to check out the latest in-campus news, events, athletic scores, and much, much more. Specifically designed for the FAMU. Whether it's linking to your class courses from your mobile device, looking through maps to find specific buildings on campus, or just having some fun looking through uploaded videos and photos, a great addition to your mobile FAMU student lifestyle. Get your FAMU app today.
The scoop and score by Kevin Thompson on a 37-yard block punt return, and the Eagles now lead at 21-9. A side-winding kick. It's going to sail out of bounds, and that'll be an infraction against North Carolina Central.
Yep. Rattlers have the option now of taking the ball to the 35-yard line or forcing a re-kick. Looks like they're going to take it at the 35.
Have a kick out of bounds. Kicking team. The ball will be placed on the 35. First down.
Rattlers will begin 1st and 10 from our own 35-yard line. Had a little disaster at the end of our last drive on the block, punt, scoop, and score. So let's see if we can rev up some offense now.
Yeah, Rattlers need to get it into the end zone one time.
Yeah. Here we go. Damian Fleming from the gun. Triplets on the far side. Swings this pass out here. It's caught by Linworth Lennon, and Linworth's going to pick up the first down as he steps out of bounds at about the 46-yard line, and that'll move the chains. Rattlers moving left to right here in the third quarter.
Keith and Mike, after that last turnover for FAMU, the coaches went over to the players and basically said, don't want to score, you must score. It's not optional. It's not a question. You have to score. So look for this drive to open up the playbook and make that happen.
All right, Rattlers go draw play and give it to Eddie Rocker. Once again, though, getting tremendous pressure, Mike, from the defensive front for North Carolina Central. Somebody slipping through and shutting that play down before it can even get started.
Yeah, got a blitz off the edge on that last one. And the defensive back makes the play. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Rattlers trailing by 12.
All right, 2nd down and 8 to go for the Rattlers. Triplets near boundary. Now isolation to the far side for Damian Fleming. And Fleming fires across the middle for Adamson Felix, who makes the catch. And down at the 45-yard line of North Carolina Central, it's going to bring up a third down and about 1 to go, or a yard and a half to go for Rattler first down.
Yeah, you just want that ball to be a little bit higher to keep him going on that play instead of having him go to the ground immediately.
All right, Anthony Williams, that is, goes wide to the far boundary over there with Linworth Lennon, and it's Travis Harvey over here, and Travis Harvey comes back to try and make a play. He's going to take it out to the 40-yard line. That's going to move the chains and give the Rattlers a first down.
Yeah, that's a big pickup, Keith. They went with a quick screen. Travis always tough to bring down by the first man, gets it upfield. Enough yardage for the first down at the 41.
All right, here we go. First down and 10 for the Rattlers. Ball's resting at the Eagle 41-yard line with 3:46 to play in the third quarter. Damian Fleming steps up in the pocket, fires across the middle. That pass is caught. That's a great catch. He was immediately hit and taken down, but it's Adamson Felix who makes a great catch. He got hit right in the breadbasket, but he holds on to the football and moves the chains. And with that, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Rattler Sports Network.
First and 10 Rattlers. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line of the Eagles.
And the Rattlers have a first down and 10 at the Eagle 27-yard line, just outside the red zone. And we load up the spread formation, twin receivers to either side, and we give it to, looks like James Owens. And James is going to get a couple, not much more.
Yeah, only going to get about a yard on that play as the clock goes down under 3 minutes. But the Rattlers, Keith, have done a good job on this drive of moving downfield, had a couple of crucial third downs that we picked up here.
Yeah, Xavier Proctor on the stop for North Carolina Central. And with 2:42, the Rattlers now have it at the 26-yard line and trying to answer two quick scores by North Carolina Central. Damian Fleming looking to pass, sets up the screen, got his man. And the Rattlers are going to push a little closer. Eddie Rocker on the receiving end of that screen pass, going to take it down to about the 21-yard line, and that'll make it third down and about 4 to go for a Rattler first down.
Third down and 4, and again, Keith, you start to wonder whether this is 4-down territory with the Rattlers trailing by 12. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Triplets to the far boundary. Travis Harvey is isolated over here to the near side for Damian Fleming. And Fleming looks to pass, steps up in the pocket. Now fires, got his man. That's Linworth Lennon. And Linworth's going to be bumped out of bounds at about the 9-yard line of North Carolina Central. And that'll move the chains, set the Rattlers up with a first and goal to go.
First down and goal to go from the 9-yard line. Wondered whether Damian was still looking downfield on that play as he scrambled out of the pocket. He did keep his concentration downfield and finds his leading receiver, Linworth Lennon.
Because I really thought he was going to take it off and run, and he still may have picked up he would have gotten the first down easily. All right, here we go. First and goal for the Rattlers at the Eagle 9. And Damian Fleming's going to give it to Eddie Rocker. And the blocks are there. Rocker turns upfield, takes it down to about the 7-yard line. Let's see where they spot him.
Yeah, and how many times have the Rattlers been in this position, Keith, inside the 15-yard line?
And couldn't punch it in.
And only have 3 field goals to show for it.
Second and goal from the 7-yard line.
All right, here we go. Second and goal to go. Damian Fleming in a spread formation. Gives it to Eddie Rocker, and the Rocket Man scoots inside the 5, down at the 4. It's going to bring up third down and goal to go. And once again, Rattlers got to get more than 3.
Got to get it into the end zone here, Keith. It's a third down now. And will the Rattlers kick a field goal? That would still leave them 9 points down. This may be 4-down territory. We got to get touchdowns here.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Rattlers going to send Anthony Williams along with Travis Harvey and Linworth Lennon Triplets to the far boundary. We're going to isolate Dwayne Harvey over here to the near side. And Damian sets up, wants to pass. Throws the out. He's got his man. That's a touchdown.
Oh, didn't give it to him.
Oh, he made the catch in the green. Oh, my goodness. And so they're going to mark him at the goal line and make it 4th down and 1. Let's see.
They're slowing it down for it. Well, it looks like it might be a good call. Looks like he is just out of the end zone. That may be a good call, Keith.
Okay, on the Jumbotron, it looks like he didn't get in, so it's 4th and goal for the Rattlers, and we'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
I'm Mickey Clayton, Executive Director of the Rattler Booster Club. The Rattler Booster Club contributed $591,000 to the athletic department of Florida A&M University. Some of the things we were able to purchase this year was the Jumbotron, and we assisted with the scoreboard and the Al Lawson Center, and golf carts for our seasoned Rattler Booster supporters, pitching machine for the baseball team, the shooting machine for the basketball team. So the Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs. Join the Booster Club. Call the Rattler Booster office at 850-224-6093. It's not too late.
Receiver coming in motion, and Damian's going to give it to Jordan Stanley. And let's see, we're waiting to see if he got in.
Boy, what are they saying? The referee comes running in, and now he puts his hands up.
Jordan Stanley scores for the Rattlers from 1 yard out. Boy, it took too long for them to call that.
Boy, it took way too long. As Jordan Stanley falls with half his body again in the end zone. 14:48 to go in the ball game, and the Rattlers have cut the lead to 6 at 21-15.
So Chase Vonador on to attempt a point after. Brandon Holdren will hold. 21. The Rattlers trying to make it 21-16 now. Here's the snap placement. Kick is airborne and good. And so with 14:48 to play, the Rattlers have closed the gap. 21-16, the Eagles lead, and we'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
.5, the Flavor Station, always represent that real hip hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
All right, Rattlers go in on the Jordan Stanley 1 yard touchdown run. Chase Vonador adds the extra point. Here comes the ensuing kick, sidewind. The kick is going to sail out of bounds, and the Eagles will have the option of forcing the Rattlers to kick it again or taking it at their own 35. 21-14 our score, with 14:48 to play in the ball game.
Yep, and Vonador not happy with himself at all. Neither is Coach Juan Vasquez, that he has kicked his second kickoff out of bounds.
We have a kick out of bounds. Kicking team. The ball will be placed on the 35. First down.
Well, Mike, you keep it all in perspective. The Rattlers are right here in this football game with the number 2 team in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, and still with 14 minutes and 48 seconds to play in a good position to still claim victory. Here we go. Arthur Goforth gets the call, and boy, he is wrestled.
Ball's out again.
Ball pops out. The Rattlers say they have it. Let's see. We're waiting. And the Rattlers have it. Boy, that was a vicious hit over there, Mike, on the far boundary.
Yep. We couldn't see who actually made the tackle, but we did see the ball come out as there's a huddle of the officials over on the far sideline, but it's Rattler ball at the 36-yard line. And Rattlers now with a chance to retake the lead on this turnover-driven possession.
Triplets to the near boundary, isolation. Dwayne Harvey is isolated to the far side. Play action, and we're going to swing this one out for Linworth Lennon. He's got blockers in front, dancing around. Linworth trying to pick his way and fights his way down to the 30-yard line. On first down, that's going to be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down and 4 to go for the Rattlers of FAMU.
And Linworth Lennon, Keith, a sophomore, came on as a freshman and has really improved over, and we've got our friend back.
Yeah, we were looking for you all season long, and we said we got to give you a shout out last week, so we wanted to make sure you're doing okay.
Thank you so much. I enjoy it, and I'm applying for this position.
All right, here we go. Damian Fleming keeps and fights his way straight ahead for a couple of yards. It's good to see Ann O'Neill in the box.
We were thinking about her last weekend on the plane. Actually talked about her during the broadcast. And she came by to say hi.
Yeah. Glad to see you, Ann. All right. Okay. All right, it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. Damian picks up 1. 3rd down and 3 for the Rattlers. Ball's resting at the 29-yard line of North Carolina Central. Twin receivers to either side. Anthony Williams goes in motion. He's going to give us triplets now to the boundary.
Well, we might have to slant over to Travis Harvey, Keith.
Yeah,
well, we got running room.
Well, he fires. He fired the pass, tried to force the pass downfield for his intended receiver, Anthony Williams, but Damian should have just kept that one.
Should have run with it. This is 4-down territory, Keith, and the Rattlers are going to keep their offense on the field.
Yeah.
Damian Fleming could have easily run for the first down, but he pulled it down, tried to fire it in there, but good defense by North Carolina Central brings up the 4th down.
4th down and 3 for the Rattlers.
Boy, and we had the one-on-one coverage over here on Travis Harvey.
Rattlers go spread once again. Damian fires. He's got Linworth, and Linworth is going to lunge forward to the 21. That's a Rattler first down. Move those chains, and the Rattlers are just outside the red zone.
After 3 quarters, Damian Fleming was 21 of 28 for 159 yards and 1 interception.
Guys, the intensity is crazy here on the sidelines. Players are excited, trying to will this team back to victory, will this team ahead, get them in the end zone.
All right, here we go. Rattlers down by 5, 21-16, but threatening at the Eagle 21. Linworth Lennon gives us triplets to that boundary. Damian pulls away, and boy has to duck and run. Boy, he's going to lose yards on the play. That's a tackle for loss, and that's a coverage sack, Mike. No receiver coming open, and Damian just had to do what he could and eat that one. And coming off the field is big number 90, who actually made the stop on Damian.
That might be 94.
94, yeah, Tyrone Jackson, 297, 300 and some pounds if I ever saw it.
Yeah, and they got him listed at 5'10", and I don't think he's that tall. He's about as tall as he is wide.
2nd down now, and about 14 to go for the Rattlers. Spread formation, twins to either side, and the Rocket Man in the backfield to block. Damian fires downfield for Travis Harvey, overthrew him. Travis Harvey streaking to the end zone, was wide open, Mike. Just a little too much hot sauce on that pass.
Had his man against the cover 2 zone. Damian a little too much on that one. I think he got excited when he saw his big receiver going down the sideline. This brings up a big 3rd down, though, Keith.
Yeah, possession play for the Rattlers. 3rd down and 14 yards to go. And Damian Fleming and the Rattlers trying to claw their way back into this ball game, down by 5. Fleming sets up, wants to pass, fires across the middle. That pass is caught by Linworth Lennon down to the 2-yard line. Move those chains. The Rattlers have a 1st and goal.
And Keith, that's what we've been looking for from this offense all year. 4 vertical routes. They throw the ball downfield past the sticks to Linworth Lennon, who's become the Rattlers' clutch receiver. And the Rattlers on the doorstep of retaking the lead.
All right, Rattlers knocking on the door at the Eagle 2, 11:38. Mike, I've been saying it all season long. This team should be 8-1, not 3-6. And boy, it'd be something to knock off the number 2 team in the conference here today. Rattlers threatening at the Eagle 2. Damian Fleming gives to James Owens, and Owens fighting down to the 1. He was hit, shook off one Eagle. Another Eagle came and put him down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and great balance that time shown by James Owens, who actually, Keith, was hitting the backfield but refused to go down.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Damian Fleming gives to James Owens, and there's a big pile up. Now let's see. Did he get in?
Oh, boy, and somebody over there is saying it's third down. Rattlers didn't get in again, Keith. Nose of the football basically touching the goal line. And Keith, haven't we been here before?
So many times this season. So many times this season.
Third down, less than a yard to go for the Rattlers to retake the lead. Damian Fleming has an I formation.
And here we go. Give to the I back.
And it's dropped. The Rattlers had a man
intended for it. Was it Etheridge? It looks like Etheridge.
I think that may have been Michael Morris.
No, it's Etheridge, 88. But it fell incomplete. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Boy.
And Chase Vonador on to attempt the field goal. Rattlers still struggling, Mike, trying to get points on the board.
And the fans don't like it. But what I think Coach Earl Holmes is looking at,
trying to keep it close.
And a field goal would win it.
Yeah. Kicks on the way. It's airborne. And it's good. And so, with 9:44 to play, the Rattlers pull within 2. It's 21-19. North Carolina Central leads, but we'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
90.5, the Flavor Station, always represent that real hip-hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
All right, Chase Vonador hits a 19-yard field goal, pulls us within 2, 21-19. Here come the Eagles out of the goal line. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and down at the 40. That's a great return for North Carolina Central, but their penalty markers on the play.
Yeah, got a penalty marker back at the 28-yard line. Looks like may have been some holding over on that side. Let's see what the official indication is.
Adrian Wilkins was the return man, 5'8", 150 pound, out of Forest City, North Carolina. He's a redshirt freshman. Yeah. Well, holding is the call against North Carolina Central. That will nullify an outstanding effort.
Yeah, and I think the ref's mic has gone out on us.
Yeah, may need a new battery.
Going to push the Eagles back inside their own 20-yard line, way back to the 16. And again, the Rattlers need to come up with a quick 3 and out, get the ball back with some decent field position. Well, the Rattlers loading up on the right side. George Maxey in the game at one of the outside linebacker spots.
9:35 to play. It's 21-19 North Carolina Central. Here we go. And they give it to Gary Douglas, and he is dropped behind the line. Boy, that's a great defensive play.
Keith, after 3 quarters of play, the North Carolina Central Eagles only have 90 yards of total offense.
That's Patrick Scott once again on the tackle.
Yeah, they got 43 yards rushing and only 47 passing.
Yeah. Rattler defense has been outstanding, Mike. These last 2 ball games only gave up 202 total yards a week ago. Certainly plenty well enough for us to win that ball game. Here we go. 2nd down and 12 to go for Central. And Reed wants to pass. Fires over the middle. That pass is caught. That's Giovanni Irving at the 30-35 and still on his feet and finally bumped out of bounds near the 38-yard line, and penalty markers are thrown.
Rattlers got a little bit too excited over on the sideline. That was a nice route by Giovanni Irving and a big first down for Central as he beat Terry Johnson on that. Rattlers going to get a 15-yard hit out of bounds tacked on now.
Yep.
And
Giovanni Irvin one half of that 1-2 punch on the Eagles offense. But boy, a big play, then tack on another 15 yards. And that's going to push that all the way into Rattler territory at our own 47-yard line. 8:46 to go now. And Jordan Reed going to isolate a receiver far boundary. Load twins over here to the near side. Jonathan Nicely and Giovanni Irvine. Well, Giovanni, Mike, is a little joker. 5'7", 161. He's one of those water bugs, but he can make things happen. And there he goes in motion. They give it to Douglas, and this time, boy, Douglas again stopped at the point of attack. And looks like the doctor, Brandon Hepburn, on the stop for the Rattlers.
Yeah, and a couple of Rattlers ripping at that football, trying to get it out for another turnover. You know, Keith, we were talking about our defensive player of the game. Terry Johnson, along with that interception, also has a fumble recovery.
And here we go. Jordan Reed hands off to Douglas, and he is stopped in the backfield. Devin Roberts. Devin Roberts has got to be in there as a candidate for a defensive player of the game, too.
Timed his blitz perfectly. Makes that tackle for a 3-yard loss. 3rd down and 11. And quickly, though, the Eagles ready to go.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 11 now for North Carolina Central with 7:27 to play. And the Rattlers trying to rally the 12th man here, the crowd here at homecoming. And here we go. Jordan Reed keeps. Boy, slips away from one Rattler, but can't get away from the other one to advance for the first down. Is going to be stopped at about just shy of the 40-yard line.
Yeah. Now let's see a decision for
Henry
Kermit,
Frazier.
for the Carolina Eagles.
Yeah, Henry Frazier.
They're going.
They're going for it. 4th down and 3 for the Eagles. Isolation far side, twins over here near side. And Terry Johnson threatening blitz.
They may just let this clock run out, Keith. They might have been trying to draw us offside. I think they're going to let this clock run down and then punt the football. Try to draw us off. Nobody would bite. And the clock runs down.
And so,
delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty.
Yep.
4th down.
The 5-yard penalty didn't hurt at all. It actually gives them more room to try to down it inside the Rattler 10-yard line.
6:24 to play in the ball game. Rattlers trailing by 2, 21-19.
Yep.
And
Rattlers playing punt safe, Keith. They basically got their defense still out there playing defense. And as the clock moves down, North Carolina Central's missing a man, so they may get another 5-yard penalty right here.
Yeah,
they're still running guys in and off, and the clock's down again.
And here we go. The clock has wound down, and we're going to have another delay of game.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Going to make it 4th down now. And about 15 yards to go for the Eagles. And they didn't want the second delay. I think they wanted the first one, but they didn't want the second one. Gets off an end-over-end kick.
Boy, and I think the Rattlers, Keith, had too many players on the field.
Well, that's a penalty marker on the play.
And let's just hope this isn't something that gives them an automatic first down, because the Rattlers certainly had 12 on the field. There was confusion as they were trying to run guys off late. If they just mark it off and they've already moved the down box, it wouldn't be a first down. So let's see what the decision is going to be. There may have been 12 participating and not running the last guy off, so that may be a different call.
And we'll await the official indication. Boy, they're having a big confab on the far side of the field. Almost every official working the game is over there in this huddle.
And it looks as though the Rattler defense is coming back on the field. And the referee's coming over. Let's see what his decision is. Looks like they're calling an illegal substitution as a penalty. And I think the Eagles have to determine whether it's going to be worth it to take the penalty. Their defense is coming on the field.
Yeah, the referee's mic needs a battery.
Kind of spotty.
Yeah.
The Rattlers going to take over the football at their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, back at our own 15 after the infraction for having 12 men on the field.
And needing only a field goal to, again, take the lead.
All right, here we go. Rattlers start from our own 15, moving right to left on the draw play. We give it to Eddie. Is that Eddie? Eddie Rocker. And Eddie's going to stumble his way to the 19. It's a gain of 4, second down and 6.
It's a good-looking drive starter right there. Got some blocks inside. They were playing really wide, trying to get upfield on the pass rush. Nice little gain inside by Eddie.
Dwayne Harvey and Linworth Lennon work the far boundary, and now here coming in motion is Adamson Felix. So it's a spread formation for Damian Fleming. We throw this back to Travis Harvey. Got blockers in front of him. Travis Harvey at the 35. Travis Harvey out of bounds at the 39-yard line, but we've got another penalty marker on the play.
Yeah, we're going to get a holding penalty out here on the perimeter, Keith. Great job by Travis Harvey of following his blocks. But this is going to be nullified with a holding call. Penalties has hurt all afternoon.
Yep.
And this one really hurts because it was a first down. Rattlers would have had the drive on its way. Rattlers had 6 penalties after 3 quarters. We picked up a couple more here in the 4th. Second down and 7, though. From about the 19, well, they're going to move it back now to the 18-yard line.
All right, second down and 8 for the Rattlers. Damian Fleming fires across the middle for Linworth Lennon. He's got the pass. He turns it up and down at the 34-yard line. That's a Rattler first down, and that'll move the chains.
Picked up the blitz with a block by Eddie Rocker. And that is another first down as Damian Fleming continues to put that ball right on people, Keith. We really missed them last week. 5 minutes now to go in the ball game. Rattlers trailing by 2.
All right, here we go. First down and 10. And here we go. Damian Fleming tries to swing it out there for James Owens, but it falls incomplete. And it'll make it second down and 10 for the Rattlers of FAMU.
Boy, and they were set up for that pass. Had it in good position. Second down and 10 with 4:46 to go in the ball game. Extra defensive backs come in for North Carolina Central.
All right, here we go. Damian Fleming wants to pass, swings. This pass is caught by Travis Harvey. Tries to pull away, but he goes down at the 49-yard line. That's a Rattler first down, and that'll move the chains. Mike, what we're seeing is offensively, exactly what you talked about last week. If you need 10 yards, you got to run past the sticks and try to get the play. You can't throw a 2-yard pass and expect the guy to get the other 8 yards.
Absolutely, and the last 2 times the Rattlers have done just that and have moved out near midfield.
1st and 10 Rattlers. Ball's resting at our own 47. Moving right to left, Damian Fleming. And the orange-clad Rattlers on the move. And we give it this time. Oh, boy, a beautiful fake by Damian Fleming. He gives it to Eddie Rocker on like a jet sweep. And Eddie is going to take it all the way down to about the 42-yard line of North Carolina Central. Well, check that. They're going to mark him at the 44-yard. He's going to be about a yard short or inches short of a first down. Maybe close enough for a measurement.
I think they're going to bring the sticks across to see. Which means they actually would have, after that, 3 cracks at getting that yard and moving the chains.
Now, Mike, want to say hi to all of the members of the Beta Alpha chapter of Delta Sigma Theta. They came back for homecoming this year in a big way for their 75th anniversary. Better than 200-some Deltas who pledged at Florida A&M or were initiated at Florida A&M, making the trek back to the Hill.
Okay. Shouts to the Deltas. Looks like they're going to say the Rattlers are about a link on that chain short of a first down. Where it'll be 2nd down in that distance with 4:13 remaining.
We're waiting for them to spot the football. It's going to be 2nd down and inches short. But still another good-looking play offensively. And Mike, something a little unpredictable from the offense on the little sweep play for Eddie Rocker. 2nd down and inches.
Still on a spread set.
Rattlers spread 3 to the far boundary. An isolated receiver near side. And this time we give it to the Rocket, and boy, he may lose a yard on this one.
Lose a yard there.
Good penetration defensively by the Eagles. Tyron Guyon, the linebacker out of New Bern, North Carolina. Guyon is a sophomore linebacker. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1, a good solid 1 now for Rattler first down.
Yeah, and Rattlers are going with a spread set here. No backs in the backfield. But this has got to be 4-down territory. Rattlers with 2 shots to get this yard.
And Fleming fires. He has Travis Harvey. That's a first down right there. Ball's going to be spotted at the 41-yard line of North Carolina Central, and that'll move the sticks. 3 minutes and 25 seconds to play in the ball game, and Mike, we're headed for a fantastic finish.
Headed for a fantastic finish with the Rattlers. Certainly want to get this ball all the way into the end zone, but needing maybe another 10 yards to get into field goal range.
Big number 91, Chase Tripp, 6'2", 256, checks himself out of the lineup for North Carolina Central. And the Rattlers again go spread. Eagles bringing the blitz. And Damian's pass caught by Travis Harvey. He's got a lead blocker in front of him. He's at the 30 to 25. Travis Harvey at the 20 and steps out of bounds. He's going to step out of bounds at the 21-yard line. That's a Rattler first down, and it'll move the chain.
Yeah, that was a near disaster over here. It was the ball being bobbled. But once Travis Harvey brought it down, he had his big blockers in front of him. Robert Hartley leading the way. And now the Rattlers with the ball at the 21-yard line, first down and 10, still 2:41 in the ball game.
Rattlers on the move at the Eagle 21, 2:34 to go and threatening. Damian Fleming gives to Eddie Rocker, and the Rocket is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 for the Rattlers. Ball's resting at the 21-yard line of North Carolina Central. The Rattlers trail 21-19 with 2 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the ball game. Rattlers threatening. In motion is Linworth Lennon. And the Rattlers go spread. Eagles bringing the blitz. Damian Fleming steps up the pocket, and Damian's going to be hit and dropped at the 19-yard line. So he'll pull forward for 2 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 to go for a Rattler first down.
And again, Central's going to call timeout.
4 field goals in this ball game, Mike. I'm not sure what a single single game record is, but this is his 5th attempt of the night.
Well, 36 yards.
36 yards. It's high enough. It's long enough. And it's good. The Rattlers have regained the lead here in Tallahassee. 22-21. 2 minutes left. And we'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattlers Sports Network.
The Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs at the university. Join the Rattler Booster Club. It's not too late.
22-21. Chase Barnador, 4 field goals on the afternoon. 5 field goals in the afternoon. We're checking to see if that's a single game record. 22-21. The Rattlers have regained the lead on homecoming in Tallahassee. End over end kick. And here we go. Rattlers coming down on kick coverage. And going to stop him at the 21-yard line. And so the Eagles will have 1 minute and 55 seconds left to try and regain the lead and hold on to their number 2 spot in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. But, Mike, the Rattlers want to redeem themselves. It's Redemption Saturday in Tallahassee, and nothing could redeem them more than to knock off the number 2 team in the MEAC.
Yeah, and this crowd keeps super excited with the defense chant going here.
All right, here we go. Jordan Reed fires. Pass is caught on the boundary over there.
It's only going to be a gain of about 1 yard, maybe 2.
Actually, that was Giovanni Irvine who completed the pass to Jordan Reed. Pick up of 3, 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. And here we go. This time it's Reed. Flushed out of the pocket. Rattlers giving chase. He fires over the middle. That pass is caught, but he's not going to advance anymore as the Rattlers wrap him up and bring him down at the 31-yard. That's going to be enough for a first down. They'll pick up the first down. And here we go. 1st and 10, Eagles. Minute 33 to go. Reed looking to pass. Fires over here to the boundary for Irvine, and Irvine's going to spin and stumble out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Yep. Trying to work the sideline, Keith, to maintain as much time on the clock as possible. Each team with 1 timeout remaining.
2nd down and 7 to go for North Carolina Central. Minute 27. Reed looking to pass. Boy, he's smashed. He is smashed. Boy, I don't know. Brandon Hepburn.
It was
Hepburn.
Hepburn.
That was surgery, baby. That wasn't a house call. That was surgery.
Rattlers have got to get lined up quickly and ready to go, though, Keith. Can't celebrate too much. It's 3rd down and 11, and this is 4-down territory here for the Eagles.
Brandon Hepburn planted it. Here we go. Minute 4 to go. Jordan Reed, 3rd down and 11. Penalty markers on the play.
Yeah.
It's going against the Eagles.
Giovanni Irvin came out of his stance, and that's going to be a 5-yard mark-off. 1 minute exactly to go in the ball game, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down now and 16 to go. And suddenly, Bragg Stadium has turned into a snake pit.
Well, I tell you, Mike, we knew how much talent was on this team. And, boy, they have come to play today.
Got a minute to hang on here.
3rd down, and looks about like 16 to go for the Eagles. 56 seconds to play. And Jordan, boy, he fumbles the snap, picks it up, and he's going to be buried again. Boy, orange shirts all over the place, and it's 4th down for North Carolina Central.
Timeout has been called. Timeout has been called. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. There's 42 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Brandon Hepburn once again on the stop, Mike. The seniors are laying it all out on the line here in Bragg Stadium their last time in the orange and green.
And Central, Keith, has one shot at picking up about 19 yards that they need for the first down. They've got to get the ball down to about the 40-yard line. Right now it's at the 22.5.
All right, here we
on
go.
Hepburn's sack, Keith, an initial wave of rushers forced him to step up into the pocket, and as he stepped up, Brandon Hepburn met him right there.
Mike, the Rattler defense has been outstanding, and boy, no less than outstanding here today against the number 2 team in the MEAC. And boy, it would be something big should the Rattlers knock off the Eagles. And look, next Saturday would be Statement Saturday.
Absolutely. Rattlers with 42 seconds to go. One play, really. One play on defense.
All right, here we go. 4th down, North Carolina Central. The Eagles got to go for it with 42 seconds left. But the Rattlers hold a 22-21 lead with only 42 seconds remaining in the ball game. Jordan Reed, no backs, empty backfield, steps up, fires downfield. That pass, it falls incomplete.
No good.
The Eagles want pass interference. I don't think they're going to get it.
They're not going to get it. Got tangled up a little bit right there, and the Rattlers could come out, Keith, snap the football one time, and this ball game is over.
35 seconds to play, and the Rattler football team and Rattler fans in Bragg Stadium are celebrating, Mike. See Uncle Brody?
35 seconds to go.
What's up, bro?
Rattlers will snap the football one time, take a knee. They'll line up in the victory formation. As Central has just used its last timeout on offense.
And, Mike, the first victory in the Earl Holmes era is a mighty big one.
And it was an exciting one, too.
Damian Fleming takes a knee, and that's going to have that clock tick down. The Eagles came in here with only one conference loss, but they're going to exit with 2.
Yeah, got to give the Rattlers credit, Keith.
It's time to stop what you're doing.
Coach Earl Holmes with his very first victory. They got to give him the game ball.
And 7 seconds remaining. That's going to be the end of the ball game. The Rattlers have knocked off the number 2 team in the MEAC, 22-21. And we're going to be back with more on our Visit Tallahassee Rattler wrap-up show after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
If we're going to be champions, we can't be fair weather people. We've got to be there when the chips are down. We've got to be there when the smiles are on our faces. True champions fight every day. True champions fight all the time. True champions fight when they're tired. Anybody can go when you're on the mountaintop. But we got to go when we're down in the valley. And we're going to the top. But the march to the top starts right here tonight. This is the year of the Rattler. Go Rattlers, go! And we're going to strike. And we're going to strike. And we're going to strike again.
This could get ugly.
Second down and 7 to go for North Carolina Central. Minute 27. Reed looking to pass. Boy, he's smashed. He is smashed. Boy, I don't know. Brandon Hepburn.
It was
That
Hepburn.
was surgery, baby. That wasn't a house call. That was surgery.
Rattlers have got to get lined up quickly and ready.
Hit and drop. Ooh. Looking to pass again. Rattlers got him. Sacked. Pulls it now. Shoots across the middle. Touchdown, Famu. Right up picked off. The Rattlers with 45 seconds left have shut the door.
Hello and welcome to the Coach Earl Holmes Show. I'm Keith Miles, your host, along with the head Rattler, Coach Earl Holmes. And Coach, we call this game against North Carolina Central Redemption Saturday, as this team had a chance to redeem itself on homecoming, and certainly they went out and did that.
Well, Keith, honestly, when you're playing the number 2 team in the MEAC, you want to start fast, you want to finish strong. So throughout the week, we talked about playing a 60-minute game, and the guys went out and they demonstrated that.
It was a big night for a number of players, but Coach, we got to say something about the 11 seniors who contributed to this team. There are some great athletes among those 11, and certainly they all left it on the field here tonight.
You know, that's what you want. You know, I talked with the kids earlier, and I told them, I said, guys, there's 2 games you're going to remember. That's homecoming and the last game of the season. And that happens to be the thing that's going to unfold for us at the end of this season. We have a 2-game season, and right now we want to know.
All right, Coach, we're going to come back and take a look at first half highlights of FAMU Homecoming 2012, the Rattlers against the Eagles of North Carolina Central, after this timeout, the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Stay with us.
I'm Mickey Clayton, Executive Director of the Rattler Booster Club. The Rattler Booster Club contributed $591,000 to the athletic department of Florida A&M University. Some of the things we were able to purchase this year was the Jumbotron, and we assisted with the scoreboard and the Al Lawson Center, and golf carts for our seasoned Rattler Booster supporters, pitching machine for the baseball team, the shooting machine for the basketball team. So the Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs. Join the Booster Club. Call the Rattler Booster office at 850-224-6093. It's not.
You've been involved in an accident? You feel like today is going to be a bad day? You have headaches, neck pain, back pain? Well, call us here at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where we have your neck and your back. Call me, Dr. Ways, at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab. We're located at 1711 South Gaston Street. Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, your local accident doctors. Call us at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where you control your case. We got your neck and your back.
90.5, the Flavor Station, always represent that real hip hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
Welcome back to the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Coach, it was a big night. It was homecoming 2012. The university celebrating its 125th anniversary. A number of people came back for homecoming weekend and all of the festivities. But at the core of all of that activity is a big football game.
Well, we're the grand finale. We are the grand finale. Once homecoming comes around, Monday through Saturday, you have everything going on. And again, the football game is the grand finale. And I talked with the kids and I told them, I said, guys, listen, regardless of what our record is, it doesn't matter. When it comes to homecoming, everybody from old to new is going to be at that game. So let's make a lasting impression.
Coach, it was an interesting week. Last Saturday, Coach Taylor announced his retirement. In the middle of the week, he announced that he was going to step aside. The administration quickly stepped in, named you the acting head coach. A lot of emotions around this week and around this game, and the guys came through.
You know, Keith, honestly, this week has really been a roller coaster ride. I remember getting a phone call from Derek Horn. I think it might have been Wednesday morning, around about 7 or 8:30. And he was like, hey, Coach, we need you to fill in. Coach Taylor stepping down, and the program must go on. And I called Coach Taylor, of course, and I just told him I congratulated him not on retiring, but graduating. I like to say he was graduating. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, the guys understood what was important now, and that means to get the win. And we talked about it, and again, we talked about how we playing the #2 team in the conference, and the guys stood up and they were relentless, and we got the victory.
Yeah, the Rattlers got the victory. And let's go to first half highlights as the Rattlers come home to take on North Carolina Central, the #2 team in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. And Coach, here we go. We're going to open it up right away and gun down field for your star Travis Harvey, who had a big night tonight.
Yeah, he sure did, Keith. And he's the fastest kid on the team, probably the fastest kid in the conference. And at the end of the day, you want to get the ball in your playmaker's hand. And Travis Harvey is our playmaker.
Coach, all season long, despite our record, the Rattlers have the best kick coverage team in the league, and that continued today.
We talked to Coach Vasquez, and when you're talking about special teams, it's the first play offense, the first play of defense. So everybody has to contribute to that.
All right, here we go. This is Jordan Reed, an outstanding talent coach for North Carolina Central. He's been their guy all year long, and here's Travis making a big play.
Well, again, we talked about calling Travis' name, and Travis is still in the paint. And he's Damon's favorite receiver. And Damon was accurate tonight, and he was hitting the guy who was getting the guys the ball.
Good protection, too, Coach. Got to say something about the offensive line. Here we go back on defense. This is Brandon Hepburn. We call him Dr. Hepburn. He made a few house calls today.
He was everywhere. He was everywhere. And, again, he wanted to make an impression. This is his last game in Bragg Stadium. He talked to those guys as well as Patrick Scott, as well as Marvin Ross. And as soon as he stood up, he stepped up.
Rattlers come up with a big fumble recovery here. Here's Jordan Stanley, Coach. He's a hard-running youngster. I know you're going to see. We're going to see a lot of him in the next few seasons to come. And Chase Barnador, Coach, what a night for him.
Outstanding. The kid was outstanding. And again, he's a young guy with a big heart, with a big future. And pressure doesn't bust a pipe with him. It actually makes diamonds. And he's still out of the paint.
Giovanni Irvine on that kickoff. Coach, they had a 1-2 punch. Arthur Goforth, this is Goforth here, their main running back, and Giovanni Irvine. And then the quarterback, Jordan Reed. And that is, those are the guys who make their offense go. And look at this great defensive play.
Coach, it's the reason why those guys are 5-1 in the conference. And we know we have to get after them. And starting again with the quarterback and the running back, that's the 1-2 punch you had to stop, so we tried to put some pressure on him.
Yeah, Devin Roberts also defensively, Coach, had a big night tonight against North Carolina Central. The Eagles score there. Jonathan Nicely, they take the lead early, but the Rattlers are going to be relentless, as you said, and keep fighting.
We tried to start fast and answer every time they tried to put some points on us. We tried to counter, and Rocker had a extremely good game, and he held on to the ball. We tried to keep turnovers to a minimum. We had one turn with Daniel, but I thought he should have tucked it and ran it. But at the end of the day, again, the defense found a way to come back and get offense back to ball.
Yeah, great run there by Damian. Most importantly, Coach, as he protected himself as he went down.
There's another guy stood up, Patrick Scott. He's a senior guy. We're really going to miss him. And he's a plug. He's the guy that actually fills the middle for us and guys who play off and run off him.
All right, here we go. This is the Rocket again, Eddie Rocker. And again, running inside the tackles. And on that stretch play today, Coach, when he made his cut, he really went with some authority.
Well, and that's what's about, Keith. At the end of the day, we can't go east and west. We got to go north.
That's Linworth Lennon. Coach, we thought he was in the end zone, and that video says he was in the end zone,
all day long.
But it was not really a touchdown.
All day long. I think we cursed or something. It just seems like we get down there so easily, but when it's time to put the ball in the end zone, we find a way to step on ourselves.
Yeah. All right, Chase with another field goal there, and that gives us that makes it 7-6 right now in the ball game. The Eagles lead, but here come the Rattlers again, just outstanding coverage. Coach,
I thought, besides the field goal, the punt block, the defense did a good job as well as the special team, just as far as field position. And again, see that Terry's been kind of quiet this season, but he stepped up big tonight. In fact, I think he's one of our defensive players.
That's why they moved him inside. Terry Johnson, a big night, Coach. Fumble recovery and an INT. In this one, and a big night for him. Here's Jordan Stanley again, Coach, giving you some power yards in the middle.
At the end of the day, we got to fall for it. Stanley Jones, our big back, he has to fall forward. And throughout the game, he really did a good job. All
right, there's Chase gives
And
us
so
the
Chase
lead back
Molitor
at
on
9 to
15-9
7, 3
formation.
field goals on
Play
today,
action. Damian
and he's
Fleming
not
wants the
done
pass,
yet.
fires
And here we come
downfield
back.
for
This is
Travis Harvey,
Damian.
picked off.
He just needed to
That
get
pass
this one a
picked
little
off
bit
and
higher
on the
over the
return.
defensive back. This is a good
25,
defensive back.
I thought he could have looked off the safety a little more.
And so
is
at halftime, Coach, it's 7-6. It's a battle, and we knew it was going to be a battle because this is the number 2 team in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. But the Rattlers holding their own so far in this first half.
No doubt about it. You know, we talked about playing one play at a time, 1 quarter at a time, and at this time is 30 minutes into the game. Halftime, we got a chance to take a breather, make some corrections, and see how we come out second half and try to finish the game.
All right, it's 7-6 at the half. The Eagles leading the Rattlers, but it's a lot of football still left to be played, and we're going to take a look at second half highlights after this timeout on the Coach Earl Holmes Show.
The Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs at the university. Join the Rattler Booster Club. It's not too late.
You've been involved in an accident? You feel like today is going to be a bad day? You have headaches, neck pain, back pain? Well, call us here at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where we have your neck and your back. Call me, Dr. Ways, at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab. We're located at 1711 South Gaston Street. Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, your local accident doctors. Call us at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where you control your case. We got your neck and your back.
Welcome back, 7-6, Coach. After half, what did you talk to the guys about in the locker room? That what you can tell us.
Well, you put it that way, Keith. I just thought overall, when you get the ball down on the goal line, you got to blow people off the ball. Now, Coach Kershaw and I, we talked about it, and we just said, hey, Coach, look, we're doing a good job, but we're not putting the ball in the end zone. So the second half, I want to make sure if we got down there again, we find a way to punch it in.
All right, let's go to second half highlights. The Rattlers and Eagles. And the Eagles are going to receive the second half kick to start things off. And boy, Coach, it was homecoming, and boy, I know you were just feeling the love all across campus this weekend as the campus was full of orange and green and came alive for homecoming.
The energy was high. You know, brag was brag on homecoming, and you know, you got to feed off your crowd. That's the 12th man out there, and great job. And the guys fed off that, and they found a way.
And the crowd got into the game, too, Coach. It was an exciting game, and when you needed them to be the 12th man, they certainly stepped up and became the 12th man.
Well, you want it close, but you don't want it that close.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The Eagles of North Carolina Central. This is Jordan Reed, their quarterback. He's going to take it in on a 7-yard touchdown run. They're going to regain or extend the lead now, and that makes it 14-9 at this point in the ball game. But the Rattlers, once again, going to keep plugging away offensively, probably one of our better offensive days. Here we get the punt blocked, and this guy, Kevin Thompson's going to scoop it up and score 45 yards.
We can't let a guy come from outside in like that. When you run the spread punt like that, you got to make sure you put some big guys in there. And we had some big guys in there. Just a communication problem, and they canceled. They actually corrected their mistakes and made it happen for themselves in the second half with that play.
All right, Coach, 21-9 our score right now, but the Rattlers are going to come fighting back. And that right there, we thought that was a touchdown too, Coach.
I keep saying I think we curse. Anytime we get down there in the goal line, we got to put it in. I thought Linworth was in. At the same time, I thought Stanley Jordan's second effort got us in there, and they actually gave us a touchdown.
Yes, it did. And so we pull closer now, Coach, 21-16. Here is his this pass to
Michael Morris. Michael Morris, and I told him, keep your head up, get your chin off your chest. You're going to get a chance. We're going to call your name again.
Yeah.
Just make the play.
All right, here we go. And the Rattlers and Eagles now fighting it out here in Bragg Stadium. And we're going to kick it off to North Carolina Central.
Chase did a great job of keeping the guys inside the 20. Right here, we just got to make sure we are containing the ball, but look like they hold the kill blunt, so it brought them back. And we just had to line up and play. Again, there was a lot of football left. The defense was rolling. And our job now is just to get offense back the ball. So we were swarming.
Yeah, speaking of kickoffs, Coach, Chase, 6 kickoffs, 364 yards, better than a 60.7 yard per kick average. That's one of the reasons why we lead the conference in kick coverage.
You got to win on all 3 phases. Your offense has to play well, defense as well as special teams. It's a team win, so everybody has to play well and hold their own.
All right, great play here. Brandon Hepburn once again making house calls, Coach, and boy, he was just on fire tonight. Just a big afternoon. And there's Devin Roberts with another big play.
All week long, we talked about winning line of scrimmage. The game we won on line of scrimmage, and we played in the backfield all day today, and it was a good job, and we played off it, and the guys fed off it.
All right, here we go. Damian had a lot of good things going offensively today, too, Coach, but this is your playmaker, Travis Harvey.
Put the ball in his hands. Put the ball in his hands, and he'll make something happen. I thought Damian did a good job of checking his option reads 1, 2, and here's again Linworth Linden. He had a big game tonight.
Yeah.
He stepped up and played tremendously.
Yeah, Linworth, 10 catches on the night, another big night for Linworth Linden. And here we come back to Travis, and again, he's your playmaker.
He's our guy. And we talked about it throughout the season. Guys like Travis, guys like Lindbergh, as well as Rocker. When you put the guys in your playmaker's hand, let those guys make those other guys miss in space. Again, here we go again. The guy, excellent catch, excellent run after the catch. I wish we would have stayed in bounds there, but at the same time, great job.
Big Hartley leading the way down there, too. Got to be a good sign when you see your big man down there leading the way for you.
We call that Bob, big on big. Anytime we can get some big guys down the field hustling, traveling, that's a good thing.
All right, there's the kick. And once again now, the Rattlers pull within. Rattlers take the lead now, 22-21 on Chase's 5th field goal of the night, Coach. A big night for Chase Vonador.
Again, the field position was his thing there, and we had to win the field position game, and we did that in special teams.
Yeah, Brandon Hepburn was making house calls all night, but he did a little surgery on that one right there, Coach.
I like the name Dr. Hepburn.
Dr. Hepburn, there you go. And, boy, that certainly got the Rattler fans going, the 12th man going. And, boy, look, now it's desperation time for the Eagles as they try to pull it out, and the Rattlers are swarming.
It's always a pretty picture, Keith, when the guy can look up with the ball in his hand and you got 9 or 10 guys around him. And you got to find a way to win. You got to find a way to oppose your will on your defense. And it was a great effort. It was a great team effort from offense, defense, to special teams.
Patrick Aiken making a big play there. Coach, the Rattlers are victorious 22-21. Redemption Saturday, we knock off the #2 team in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. This team went into this game 3-6, Coach, but obviously it was a much better team than what the record indicated.
We have a 2-game season. We have a 2-game season, and what we only going to worry about is things we can't control, and what we can control is the next 2 weeks. So we stood hard. You know, we played hard. We were physical. We were smart. We got to cut down on our penalties. Those judgment calls in there. We'll look at it tomorrow and see exactly what's what. But at the end of the day, we found a way to get win 1. So now it's all about win 2.
All right, Coach. Congratulations on win 1. And as we go to break, we're going to take a look at all of the statistics, and we're going to come back with the players of the game and a whole lot more. So stay with us on the Coach Earl Holmes Show.
You've been involved in an accident? You feel like today is going to be a bad day? You have headaches, neck pain, back pain? Well, call us here at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where we have your neck and your back. Call me, Dr. Ways, at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab. We're located at 1711 South Gaston Street. Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, your local accident doctors. Call us at Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, where you control your case. We got your neck and your back.
I'm Mickey Clayton, Executive Director of the Rattler Booster Club. The Rattler Booster Club contributed $591,000 to the athletic department of Florida A&M University. Some of the things we were able to purchase this year was the Jumbotron, and we assisted with the scoreboard and the Al Lawson Center, and golf carts for our seasoned Rattler Booster supporters, pitching machine for the baseball team, the shooting machine for the basketball team. So the Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs. Join the Booster Club. Call the Rattler Booster office at 850-224-6093. It's not too late.
90.5, the Flavor Station, always represent that real hip hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
Welcome back to the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Let's take a look at this week's players of the game. On offense, Coach, it's Damian Fleming, 29 of 41, only one interception, 270 yards passing. His longest pass of the day, 24 long. Damian Fleming, for a guy who's coming back after being hurt, he was on fire.
Damian's being Damian. Damian's our tempo guy. He's the motor. He's the motor that keeps the car running. He's the motor that keeps the offense running. So, again, we expect for Damian to have big games every game. And a very mature guy, young guy, but very mature. We love his decision making, and we got to continue to get better and got to continue to protect him.
Yeah, his position coach Quinn Gray said he is far ahead of where I was when I was his age,
and he shows that. He shows that.
All right, defensively, Coach, it's the doctor, Brandon Hepburn, 10 total tackles, 8 solo, 2 assists, 2 tackles for loss, but he shares it with Terry Johnson, 2 tackles, 1 solo, 1 assist, but here's where Terry really stepped up. A tackle for loss, a fumble recovery, an INT, an interception for those who may not know, and 2 PBUs, that's 2 pass breakups.
We were teasing Terry all week long about the old Terry, the new Terry. Terry was Terry. He's a tremendous playmaker. The guy has an itch to find the ball. He's always around the ball. We call him the magnet. And anytime you have a big game like that in the secondary, the guy's getting interception, 2 PBUs, big hits, fumble recoveries, just being around the ball, it says a lot about your defense.
Special teams, Coach, there was no question today who was the special teams player of the game. It's Chase Vonador. He tied a single-game FAMU record, 5 field goals that his coach set back in 2000 against Morgan State, Juan Vasquez, and he had 5 field goals, a PAT, 6 kickoffs, 364 yards, 60.7 yard per kick average. Chase Vonador is really emerging as an outstanding place kicker.
Local kid with a lot of talent, tremendous future. The guy does not fold under pressure. And him and I talked this week. I said, Chase, if it comes down to it, I believe in you. Just go out and do what you've been doing all year.
Yeah, there were a couple of situations that when I know you wanted touchdowns, but when it came down to it, you were not fazed by the pressure. The fans wanted you to go for it, but you sent Chase right out there, and he did what he needed to do.
At the end of the day, you can't leave in that red zone area with nothing. You know, my mom, I could say, babe, if you're ever going to rob a bank, which I hope you don't, at least get some money out of that.
All right, that's the players of the game. As we go to break, we're going to take a look at the MEAC scoreboard and the MEAC standings, and we'll be back with a whole lot more on the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Stay with us.
the Rattler Booster program supports all athletic programs at the university. Join the Rattler Booster Club. It's not too late.
Introducing a mobile application that could open up an entire new world for the orange and green faithful, with the ability to check out the latest in-campus news, events, athletic scores, and much, much more. Specifically designed for the FAMU. Whether it's linking to your class courses from your mobile device, looking through maps to find specific buildings on campus, or just having some fun looking through uploaded videos and photos, a great addition to your mobile FAMU student lifestyle. Get your FAMU app today.
.5, the flavor station, always represent that real hip hop and R&B. Sean D is in the building to that 7 o'clock hour.
Welcome back to the Coach Earl Holmes Show. Coach, you're going to complete the season in the Big Florida Classic down in Orlando against our in-state rival, Bethune-Cookman, and they are leading the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. It'll be Statement Saturday, and it's an opportunity for the Rattlers to really make a statement.
You know, we talked earlier, and we talked about my whirlwind week. But at the end of the day, you know, we appreciate the opportunity. And anytime you play the number 2 team and come out with a victory, now you're playing the number 1 team. I feel like we got a lot of momentum going into this game. But again, we just got to be smart, watch them on film, and see what they're doing well. Because right now they are MAC leading champions right now. In fact, I think if they win out. So we'll take it one play at a time again and game plan them and just see what happens.
Yeah, it's a big game. The Florida Classic is always a big game. And as you told the team, the 2 games you'll remember are homecoming and your last game. Well, this will be the last game, so definitely they want to go out with fond memories of this one.
Well, you know what? And like I talked with the guys tonight, if we can play that type of game for 60 minutes, don't beat ourselves, get off the field on 3rd downs, as well as put some points on the board, everything else will take care of itself. You know, the guys it's an emotional game. It's a classic. So both teams will be up for that game, and we'll find out when the best team win.
All right, Coach, we want to say congratulations again on win number 1. And we're going to look forward to the Big Florida Classic next week and doing this all over again. And we'll have all of the highlights for you right here next week on the Coach Earl Holmes Show. We'll see you then.
Pulls it now, shoots across the middle. Touchdown, Famu! Right on the money, and the Rattlers are back. Flushed out of the pocket. Rattlers have a spot. Can we make the tackle? We do. Fires toward the end zone. This one is picked off. That's Rattler first down. Move those chains.